why isn't this here? So like I asked for it again, and like I'm waiting for it. And now I've received the tablet, and I'm just worried that the adapter won't arrive. And I'm just like, what? Why? The adapter's one of the most important things I need. Why isn't it showing up?
Oh no. Okay.
But yeah.
Oh,
I just, when I was talking with Lawrence about it, he was just like, oh my god, Saba, just hire me, please. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to tell you, bud. Because it's like, I don't even think I need something this big, but I don't think I had necessarily a choice in what I got.
I'm just gonna not talk about it. Tiny Meadow? Oh, dude, look, it goes like A-A-A-S-D? Because Tiny Meadow is where you get all the baby Pokemon from.
Ah, okay. Okay, now what is this that I've just opened? My fellow American.
My fellow Americans. Alright, so, I don't know, hopefully Adrian shows up. Obviously, I'm 14 minutes late for stream, so that's different, but, hopefully Adrian shows up. If not, you know, this will be a good time for us to just hang out, I guess. Because, I remembered that before we can move on and do the Blizzard Isles stuff, we have to do item management, which might take like an hour. So, okay. Yeah, so we can
chill and hang out. Maybe I can open the tablet if I don't have to pay too much attention right now.
But we might literally be the only two people in here.
I mean, that's fine. I never mind. We're not the only two people.
Oh, there's Adrian.
Oh.
Hello, sir.
No.
Why are you saying no?
No, that's alright.
It's okay. Zach was also late, Adrian.
No, thank you. That's okay.
Good. I'm glad you understand.
Adrian is doing a bit.
I know.
Alright.
It's okay.
Well,
Anywho, are you gonna stream?
I'm just gonna. Oh, I forgot to stream to Discord. Sorry, I was already streaming to Twitch.
All
right, well.
Oh, that's okay.
Adrian, buddy, come on.
That's fine. No, thank you.
How long is he gonna be able to keep this joke up? Because it's giving me anxiety.
No, that's okay. No worries.
All right, I'm muting him.
Okay. None of us can learn Dragon Pulse.
I know. I think
I
think Lawrence learns it when he evolves into Feraligatr, but we can't rely on that just quite yet. He's like 6 levels away from doing that.
Oh my god, this package. Oh my god.
How do you do select all again? There you go.
You did it!
Alright. So
the hell do I open?
Take. Then we're gonna sort this. Alright. We got so much stuff.
I saw Lawrence went out for his friend's birthday to Korean barbecue. He has no excuse now to reject me.
True.
Yeah, because I'm like, if you remember our conversation, he's like, let's wait for the pandemic till. I'm like, boy, you just went with your friend. Unless you don't consider me a friend, I'm gonna be highly offended.
I know I don't.
Well, thank you. I already know we're in a business partnership together.
True. This is a good joke. Isn't it a funny joke when you just go to one of your friends and say, "Hey, we're not friends"?
Yeah, 100%.
He's really funny. I don't want to do this.
What if?
Yes, Adrian, do you have something funny to say?
You want me to send you?
All right, he's done. He's dead. He's gone. I can't deal with this. No, I don't want the offer.
Do you want me to send you like a pic on Snapchat about how big this is?
Link box.
Do you want to see the scale of this box?
Sure, you can feel free to do that if you'd like.
I shall
Ika
send you a pic.
Ecom Pocum.
Lauren sent me something. Hold
I
on.
forgot about Ecom Bocum.
He said,
Ecom
"Whoa."
Bocum.
Could I persuade you to take a mission to get a link cable
Why do we need a link cable?
to evolve me again?
Ah, how about you do me a
Oh,
favor?
I remember that.
I have a
Yeah.
mission already in mind that I think we're gonna do. If you would
Okay.
mind generating 2 Wonder Mail missions for the same location, one for a link cable and one for a Thunderstone for the future,
Cool.
we could do that.
We'll do. Where's the zone at?
Give me 1 minute. We'll look at the map. Oh. Oh yeah. Actually, I guess this can wait until Grant comes. Never mind. That's a topic that involves him, so I might as well save it. All right. I'm not even gonna take like any. Oh, fuck. Come on. I'm not even gonna take like any items. I'm just gonna take like a few reviver seeds and just call it a day.
Beautiful.
When's the last time I needed like anything other than a reviver seed anyway?
When's the last time I needed anything?
See? I'm going into this mission with 4 reviver seeds and that's it. All right.
I need to find the. I do remember which form it actually worked. How many characters? 1, 2, 3.
It was
4,
the
5.
long form. Whichever one is the longer of the
Okay,
2,
this one
I
should
guess.
work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Midnight Forest is the latest so everything after Blizzard Island is stuff that we unlocked. So Blizzard Island, or I guess Mystifying Forest, would be
Okay.
the one that we should do.
I never knew I was gonna get a workout opening this package, but apparently that's a thing.
It's a large box.
And I'm a tiny human.
Also true.
So are we doing? We're not doing Caesar immediately. Are we leveling up? You said after.
I
or
literally,
after the
I literally
object thing?
just said that we have to do
I
a
know,
bunch
item.
of. Yeah, we have to do
I
a
know.
bunch
I
of
remember that,
items.
but I'm asking what we're going to do first after that.
Oh, after that we'll probably do the Wonder Mail missions that Adrian has planned. Like the only reason I'm doing this instead of the item stuff is because the recycle shop has a special offer, which makes it really annoying to have to recycle like a shit ton of items. So I'm doing this hoping that tomorrow there isn't a special offer.
I see.
Yeah.
After opening this box a little bit, there's a lot of instructions, and I've deemed it. I am not capable of doing this right now.
Everybody's all confused. Shit. Ground.
Oh, story of my
seed.
life.
Huh. Azural's Gen 3. I thought it was Gen 2 for some reason.
Who?
Azurill.
Always perpetually confused. Yeah, I feel like that's a good motif for me. I'm being always perpetually confused.
True.
By what?
Yeah.
What's flummoxing you so often?
Life, you know,
Fair
purpose,
enough.
Life, long division.
proofs.
Fourth
Proofs.
Division.
the Union. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but I never actually learned how to do long division.
What
That's
are we?
fine.
What do we mean by long division? It's just division that takes a long time. I've forgotten.
That's
what
not what
math
long
is.
division is.
All right, so Saba clearly never learned it either. So maybe it's less common than I thought. But nah, long
Let me just
division.
look this up. I may have.
Long division is like it's like a trick to help you do division with large numbers quickly.
We, like, push the decimal point or something.
Quickly is arguable, but yes.
Well, quickly as in like if you did it just through the normal way, quote unquote, it would take longer, I guess. I don't know. Like as I said before, as I was saying, I never actually learned how to do long division because when we were supposed to be learning it, the teacher never actually checked to see whether or not we had calculators during tests. He literally just gave us the test and then would like sit there. so I just had a calculator in my lap. And I
think I kind of did it something like this. Yeah. I felt like this is what we normally do.
Nah, but Saba just calls it Gorilla Division.
What?
No, Zach, gorilla.
I'm making fun of Saba because she calls no, don't say it. So Adrian, when
Wait, don't say your thing, let me say your thing.
No, I'm not saying let me say your thing. I just don't want her to like spoil this this joke kinda. Okay. So Adrian, when you're walking around outside and suddenly it rains. Right. And then the rain just like stops. Like it was just there and then it's gone. What do you call that?
Not gorilla rain.
What do you call it then?
I don't know. Like rain, like just sudden rain. I don't have a name for it.
So in Massachusetts, we call stuff like that spot showers because it's like a shower that if you look at it on the weather map, it's like just a single spot, right?
Sure.
I think Saba apparently calls it guerrilla rain, like guerrilla warfare. like GEU.
No. See, there is no like thing on any map. I'm talking about like when you're like walking and everything's fine, and suddenly you're being pelted by hard rain. Like that's what I talk up when I say like, oh, just some gorilla rain. I got attacked.
What the hell does this do?
I thought it was gorillas in the animal, as in the imagery of like you're walking down the street and an ape escaped from the zoo, leaps from the bushes and brutalizes you, and then runs away.
I mean, that could work too. That actually sounds like a really fun move to have in like a silly JRPG. Player 3 casts Gorilla Rain, and it's just like a rain cloud that just beats the crap out of you.
Yeah, or with like hail.
Well, that wouldn't be rain, would it? That'd be Gorilla Hail.
Gorilla Hail. But
you freaking! What the hell is wrong with you?
Adrian, you know, it's a wonderful like sunny day, and then suddenly you're getting pelted on by rain.
No, that's a sun shower. That's something else.
No, Gorilla Rain sounds so much better than that, though.
It doesn't.
It sounds like what I said, where a fucking like silverback gorilla leaps out and like just beats your back of your head and then runs away while you're stunned and bleeding out from internal cranial damage.
Oh,
yeah, that's what happens when you get
really
suddenly pelted by cold, freezing rain when you don't think it's gonna happen.
Real quick, I have a theory about something that I was hoping that you guys could help me with.
Do you have a game theory about something, Zach?
So, would you guys mind both just having the stream? Like I know you have the Discord open, but would you mind having the Twitch stream open in like another tab? Because I have a theory about why the analytics have been so bad recently.
Okay, is it because we're not watching?
I think it's because all right, welcome back, Adrian.
I'm going to go do that.
I actually legitimately think it's because Mikey is not here anymore. So because Mikey's not here, we have 0 people, like, being, like, it shows that we have 0 viewers. And then, because Mikey was the only person who would be, like, talking in chat, no one's, like, participating either. Because, like, ever since Mikey, like, vanished from our chat, the analytics have gone from, on average, like, 15 to 25 people stopping by per stream to, like, less than 10.
Dang, what sway did Mikey have over us?
Apparently a lot more than I let on, but that being said, we're not really doing this for, like, you know, cred or anything like that. I just wanted to test my theory by having, like, I have it open in the back, so I count as 1, and then if you and Adrian are also on here, that'd be 3. So I was just wondering if we did this for, like, 2 weeks to see how the analytics would change.
I see.
Scusi. And then I also took the advice of the generalized advice of one small ant who said that one of the things that's really important for small streamers is to make sure you're using literally as many tags as you possibly can to like help people find your content. So For Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, it automatically has English, because that's what language we're streaming in, RPG, strategy, and roguelike. And then I added Let's Play and voice acting, which I think is good. In theory, and I was thinking about this, and then I was like, that seems kind of scummy. Because Adrian is on stream, I could technically also put LGBTQ.
Great.
But I didn't want to do that because that would seem like that would seem a little fucked.
Do you think so? Is that what you think?
What do you mean?
What do you think, Zachary?
I mean, yes.
I don't know, Zach. You're sounding awfully corporate right now.
I know. It's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to find like a comfortable medium of like us making progress with like the stream actually becoming something, and then also just recording stuff with my friends, you know. Although I did decide, I don't know if something else is gonna come up beforehand, but I decided what the first like stream, because like we've been like there have been a few times where like people in chat have been like, man, this is more of a podcast and less of a stream, which I agree with, because that's kind of the format that we go with. Oh, there's the wanted outlaw. Dead. Oh shit. What the hell? I switched the screens.
Nice.
How did I do that?
Nice, Zach.
Uh-oh.
Amazing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know how to do this. What did I do?
My gosh, we're panicking. We're panicking, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how to switch this.
Zach, what buttons did you press 5 seconds ago?
I don't know. I was just on the number pad, so it must be something on the number pad. Now I'm getting hungry because they didn't bring any food. Oh my god, is it this? Nope, that's me talking. Nope.
Oh, did you see that?
Nope.
Adrian, you responded.
Yeah, hello.
Adrian has a line. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. I might need to look this up, I guess. All right, well, I guess I gotta look it up. Because I don't know.
Wait. You know what's super sad?
Pokemon
Zach,
Explorers.
like I may have like 1, maybe 2 legitimate weeks of us starting to play Okami on Sunday, and then I'll have subsequent weeks where I'm like, I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know if I'll make it.
Well, that's your fault.
Which,
You'll have to check. You'll have to check the VOD. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if I
will leave, Zach. If you keep me out of this, I will leave. Luckily, I know Adrian will strike if Zach is too unfair against me. And bullies me.
Dude, I have no idea. How did I... Oh. R3? What? I've been searching for a while, but I simply cannot find anything except for this, which is from 2000. What the hell?
This is such riveting content.
Why can't I find the
how about you help instead of criticizing me, you son of a bitch?
You know exactly what happens when I try helping you, Zach, with a technical problem.
Well, right, so then maybe don't make comments about, like, technical problems. Like,
maybe
I can't...
just stop existing, so you don't have to talk or make.
No, you can just talk about something else. We have 1,000 banter talk. Why don't you talk about banter? Instead of criticizing me.
Hey Saba, are you by chance drinking a cold beverage mixed with fruit?
Oh shit.
You're close. I'm just eating. I guess watermelon can count as a beverage with fruit. Are you doing that, Adrian?
No.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck?
Where did that are you just sensing something from the way I'm speaking, as if there's something in my mouth?
You literally put something in general earlier, Saba.
I did?
Yes, you did. You talked about the white gummy smoothie that you had.
That,
oh my God.
I had that
Saba, come on.
I had that a little while. This is why I say my memory is very faulty. It was
you typed
really
it like less than 2 hours ago.
Dude, Adrian, yeah. It was sweet with a little bit of the sourness from the pineapple. It was legit.
Nice. I'm trying to find specific items on this list because it's sorted out really badly on the Wonder Mail generator, so I'm distracted right now.
It's okay.
I
know
have.
I'm not a good conversationalist anyway.
It's not even improv. You can just.
I'm definitely not good at improv. I'm not good at small talk.
You can just talk, you know. Like we
Talk
have
about
we
what?
have
I'm shoving fruit in my mouth.
Like okay, great. I'm glad. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really pissed. I don't know.
Why
I don't
is
know.
that?
Can I? Oh wait, but this is the touchscreen now.
Yeah, you just flipped the screens.
So it wasn't something that was in. It wasn't something that was in the game. It was something with the emulator.
No. Yes.
Great. I'm glad that you knew this and then didn't tell me. Apparently.
Well, what am I supposed to know what you do or do not know? And every single time I say something that you do know, then you yell at me for it.
I feel like you're projecting. No, I'm just kidding.
I will come after you.
Oh,
I will play all the way over there.
Oh, no. What have I done?
Wow.
I can't see stream. I'm just trying to make this fucking Wonder Mail. I'm at the Wingle post office, and you're all over here just doing all this shit.
Stream became horizontal. Then Zach put the two screens next to each other.
Okay. I just want to continue working at my job at the Wingle post office. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Dude, I don't know how to fucking swap these screens. Coins. Oh wait.
Say top first. Say top first.
What the hell? What? How did I do that with a hotkey though? All right,
Magic, Zach.
We did it. Think about it. All right, cool. Now at least I learned something for the future.
Actually, that's really nice because next time, if you want to do something more horizontal, you could maybe make it horizontal and make the screen bigger, Zach.
True, I could do that. The only problem because I was thinking about doing that for Bowser's Inside Story, right? With the parts where you get really big. But the problem with that was that I would have to have like a custom layout already set up, which I could have did, but I didn't have that ready for like before stream, right?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, nice. I like how you're still running away, but you had enough like courage to beat the shit out of that rat.
It was a get out of my way kind of running away.
Oh! Oh, I didn't bring a key. Oh.
Ouch.
Oh, now you're running away again. All right, there we go. Yeah, so this is one of the things, Saba, where it's if I had a key, I could open it and there's treasure inside.
Oh.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy from hunger.
I'm still leaving.
Hey, guess what? Boom! That's 4 murdered. Oh, 3 murdered. One of them survived.
See, so Zach condones murder. He condones murder. You heard it here first. Folks.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I'm about to say, I approve of capital punishment for minor offenses. And you can take that to the bank.
I approve of capital.
I approve of punishment.
And together we make one capitalist.
Ow.
Dude, Rotom, isn't there only supposed to be one Rotom, technically, in, like, lore?
No.
No, there are multiple?
Yes. We keep talking about it, but it's like Shaman.
Oh, okay. Because I know, then it is a mythical Pokemon.
It's like weird and special, yeah. Like, it's all, like, oh, Saba's fucking, what? Wait, what the fuck? What happened to all my Reviver seeds?
Did they get gummed up or something?
Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Did I lose all of the... Well, I mean, it was only 1,000, but... Well, that was annoying.
You want to just reload?
And we're back. A dinosaur story. Oh, I didn't actually take them. I said no to the Reviver seed.
Wow. That mistake never happened.
It's true.
This is our first time playing.
God, could
you just had the very detailed daydream of what would happen if you forgot to take those with you.
No, it was the dimensional scream. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
That's really funny, actually.
I don't know. I'm feeling a fond sense of, well, not fond, a very,
Fond?
not fond, very, I don't want to say extreme, but, I don't know, just a high degree of deja vu, you know? You know, just like, it just feels familiar, but, you know.
Do you feel like you've been in this place before? Riding the streets,
No.
you know it's my destiny. Just to make sure that
You guys
Saba got
know
the
there's
joke.
do you guys know that there's actually another term? I think Zach, actually we talked about this.
Jamais vu.
Yeah, jamais vu.
Jamais vu
It's
is
so
feeling
interesting, we never heard
like
of
you've
it.
been somewhere before, despite the fact that you definitely have not. No, sorry.
Right.
Jamais vu is being in a place that you've been before, but not remembering it at all. Sorry, the other way around. Literally the opposite of deja vu. Of deja vu. All right. Well, we back at it again with Midnight Forest.
I'm struggling to generate this one number, and I'm wondering.
I don't know what you're talking about, Zach. This is the first time we're doing this.
It's a good
You know
joke.
what? You know what really sucks is that when you want to choose Pokemon for your Wonder Mill generation, they're not sorted in any sensical way, from what I can tell, at all.
Are they? Is it not Pokedex order?
It's not Pokedex, and it's definitely not alphabetical.
Oh, well, that's inconvenient.
I cannot discern. My assumption is that it would be based off of like the Pokemon from this game plus the Pokemon from this game, right? But it's not, because Bronzong has come before Charizard. So
Maybe it's I mean, this is like a stretch, but maybe it's sorted by how early in the game you might see them.
if that was the case, I would have already found the Pokemon I'm looking for. Also, there's Charizard twice on this list, I'm realizing.
It's Charizard X and Charizard Y, obviously.
Wait a minute.
All right, goodbye, Lawrence. But it's okay, because we made it. We made it, you guys. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't take an escape orb with me. I don't make mistakes. You know that? All right.
I think it might be.
I like this.
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna send a thing and on there. It's just a video on Instagram I saw, but I like this. But I'm wondering, what is the purpose besides it adding aesthetic? I don't know,
Great.
Adrian. If you can see
Once
it.
again,
Look at it and let me know.
you send it in the.
It's a video.
the
What do you want me to
least-
do? I can't send it.
You can you could save
I can
it.
take a pic of a video.
You could save the video and then send the video.
Oh my god. I think anything I try is just not gonna work.
I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Good luck finding me, Zach.
Good luck finding you.
Good luck finding Saba's throat. I've hidden it in a secret location.
What are you, Lupin the Third?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, and Adrian does a focus ball punch and didn't even kill the Roselia.
Ignore the
Eventually
giant
it's
metal
removed.
gorget that I've forced Saba to wear. Her throat is not behind it.
That is not a neck brace. It is just a brace.
It's just a brace. All right, that's pretty funny. That's really good. Oh, Scoozy. All right. Well, Adrian is currently generating the Wonder Mail that we may or may not be doing tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean in-game tomorrow. But while I'm doing this, Kasaba is apparently just browsing Instagram.
Yeah, finding things that I may or may not need in my life.
Like a cat toilet paper holder. It's not even a holder, it's like
Dude,
a cover.
what is the point of that?
I don't know.
It looks adorable, but I'm like, what is it doing besides existing?
for
on
people
something
like
that
you who
already
are
exists.
obsessed with cats. Actually, I just realized, are we on the 5th or the 6th episode of the post game? I don't remember.
I don't know. You think
Video
I'm keeping track?
producer.
You think I keep track
no,
at all?
we're on episode 5. I was right. Okay.
I
great.
can't run very well.
Oh, I also just realized I didn't actually change the title. Man, I'm doing real good today. Give you 1 second. Let me update the title.
That was actually I don't know with my boomer humor, but that joke I just made was pretty good.
I didn't hear it.
It's okay. I was talking about I was talking about how I don't keep track at all, and how I'm not that good of a runner.
What?
That is definitely boomer humor in the sense that it had nothing to do with any callbacks or anything. It was just you making a self-contained
No, because
pun.
Zach, you asked, can you guys tell me like what number? And I was like, I don't know. I can't keep track at all. I'm not good at running.
No, I get the joke. Just
explain it again. Maybe it'll let me get funnier.
Explain it again, but this time with a French accent.
So I can't run twek. You know why? Because I don't know. I can't.
What's
French
twek?
is too hard accent. Twek. Dude, French just has that like back of the throat thing that just I can't do.
Does it?
Does it?
I mean, when I do it, it's very nasally, so I don't really know what you mean.
I don't know, cause I know that they have some words that require the back of the throat, and it triggers my gag reflex. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but I can't do it.
That's how I feel about McDonald's. Thank you for the laugh. It was good. Adrian is currently drowning in his own misery, so we can't.
He's got a lot of envelopes he's dealing with right now.
I've done what I can to generate these missions.
I love the idea of like a machoke just in like the Pelipper news office or whatever, like the Pelipper post office, just be like, where's the mission? It's just like it's like an avalanche of letters and boxes and parcels.
Alright, I have the codes for whenever you want to put them in, boss.
You can, don't call me boss. You can,
Alright, Major.
Alright, fine, I have the codes for to put them to master.
That's even worse. You can just DM them to me. I'll do them after this. Depending on whether or not we get a offer at the recycle shop tomorrow, we'll determine whether or not we do those missions right now or later.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
There's the first one, and then here's the second one.
Okay. So, how is your guys' day?
Well, like shit! No, I'm still alone. I cleaned up after dogs. It went fine.
You didn't do anything in particular, you just enjoyed your solitude?
I had some pasta with I treated myself with some food from Ramono's whatever the thing, macaroni grill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had the fettuccine alfredo and the Brussels sprouts, and the Brussels sprouts are way too sweet.
I mean, sure. Seems fair.
But the pasta was fine. It was pretty good. I hadn't had pasta, like Italian style pasta, in quite a while, so it was pretty good.
Neato. Anything else?
I talked with my friend, so I will have to leave stream an hour early, but that's, other than that, because we're meeting up for D&D later to talk about a potential thing.
That's more or less fine. I would say we should be all squared away by then.
I hope you appreciate the little bit of detail that I was able to squeeze into the missions when you put them in.
I look forward to seeing what details you squeezed in. Oh, there we go. Now everybody's dead. Do I say yes? I'm gonna say no. I know I have a second mission in here somewhere. All right, others, mission objectives. Floor 22! Oh my god. All right, Saba, how was your day? Because I know that you just got your tablet, but that was apparently only recently.
It was literally as soon as it was 5 when it arrived, and I was like panicking because I'm like,
so an hour ago.
Oh wow, you're right. About an hour ago. I hung out with my friend. She was like, I have some errands to do. Like, you want to come? Because I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks, I think. So we hung out. She's like house sitting for someone, so we got to go out. She's like, I have to stop by there, and they got like a dog and a cat and a parakeet. And then since it's more like in the countryside, they have a little barn.
This room's riddled with traps.
Yes, Adrian.
Sorry, go on, Saba.
Oh, but yeah, but so I'm like, she's like, you know, if you want, they said they're totally fine, like coming over and like hanging out and playing in the like pool and stuff. And I was like, you know what, that sounds like fun. It's gonna be hot. next couple of days.
Are you shitting me?
God.
Oh no, Zach. Come
That
on,
ladybug
Zach.
just owned you.
I fucking killed it in one shot, though.
Yeah, but not before it fucking dunked all over you.
True.
That ladybug stole your technique, dude.
Of just one, like trying to one-shot everything in the room at the same.
Well, of speeding up repeatedly.
Oh, that is my patented technique.
It's your secret technique.
Fuck. God, there's so many traps. We already did this dungeon. I don't remember it being this hard.
Hey, a keyhole.
Yeah, I for the second time in a row forgot to bring a key. Well, I mean, that's good, Saba. I'm glad that you were able to go out and hang out with some people. And by people, I mean
Only
person.
one person.
I about to say by people, I mean person.
One person.
Who do you think the Pokemon Locksmith is?
They don't have a locksmith Pokemon, do they? Like that's really interesting because they have like swords and shields and other inanimate. Like they even have like actually, I guess the locksmith Pokemon would be like a Klefki, right?
Right.
But I was thinking about it and I was like, man, that'd be. They don't have a Pokemon that's shaped like a padlock.
What do you think it would be rivaled with Klefki?
I think so, actually.
Just you wait.
I think that'd be a really cool design. I think I'd like that Pokemon. I've been watching a lot of lockpicking lawyer recently, so I have a newfound appreciation for for lock construction. But yeah, anyway, so today has been pretty good to find for me, luckily. My dad came in last night at like 11:30. He's like just here to visit because he has like time off from work. And so obviously we're very excited to have him here, and he immediately, like first thing in the morning, he was like fixing up the house and stuff like that, like hanging up hanging up like curtain rods and stuff like that. What a useless fucking move. It just puts a trap on the ground that you could see.
Well, then you don't want to walk on that spot.
Right, but it should be like, it really should place a trap like that you can see that your opponents can't randomly in the 8 spaces around you. You know? Or at least like 2 of them. So that way it like makes sense. It wouldn't be as funny, he says. But yeah, anyway, so my dad's here, so it's been nice, just on the occasions that he's not like super busy, just like chit-chatting with him. We had a nice long conversation about like the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming out and stuff like that, because this week is Loki, which I'm very excited to be watching week over week, because obviously I love Tom Hiddleston just like every other human being in the world. But excuse me, she's trying to beat me up, but she can't. But then today is also my sister's birthday, so like a large majority of the family that's out here in North Carolina is here like right now, and they're all just, you know, hanging out, chit-chatting downstairs before they start a fire in the fire pit behind the house. And it was one of those things where it was just like, clearly the entire family doesn't have stuff that we can talk about, so like slowly over time, I should probably
get him. It's that bastard Dunsparce.
It's that bastard Grant.
Oh god.
But anyway, so long story short, over the course of like the family just like chit-chatting with each other, different conversations like evolved, and people like started moving like around the house. So like one group like went to go sit in the living room, another group like went to go lean up against the counters over there, and then the group that I was in just like stayed at the table. And it was just kind of interesting, just like vicariously, oh, that was easy. It was interesting just like vicariously listening to all 3 of the conversations going on at once. So that was like kind of neat. But then earlier today, you know what if I finish this dungeon? This dungeon can't be too much longer, right?
There's probably not a reward for it unless you have...
Well, there might be deluxe boxes at the end.
I was gonna say, I thought you need like a key to get a reward from these dungeons. No,
you can just get to the end. It's just like a big stack of deluxe boxes, I think. But anywho, yeah, and then my dad broke his toe today.
Was he hanging up the shower rods and broke his toe?
So he was doing a lot of back and forth, right, in the living room. And in order to move the couch out of the way of the curtain rods, he had to like roll up the carpet. And he just wasn't paying attention. And he just walked and clean, just like hammer-falled his foot, his pinky toe, directly into the rolled up carpet. And he said it didn't hurt at first, but then like he thought about it for a second. He was like, my pinky toe should not be 90 degrees out like that, huh? And then I was like, because I was there, like I was sitting there like on my phone, and I go and I look at it, and sure enough, it's like beet red, sticking 90 degrees out of the side of his foot. And I was like, yeah, that's really not good, Dad. You should go to the hospital. And he's like, nah, I'll take care of it. And he goes to sit down on the couch, gingerly touches it once or twice because clearly it's in pain, and then he goes, hey, look at this, and he wiggles it because he couldn't get any tension in his pinky toe. And I was like, Dad, what the fuck? Just go to the doctor or something. Like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, and then he continued, just, what the hell? What does this do? Gaggle specs? Held item makes Pokemon stand out, making it easier to hit by enemies. All right, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't bring any, I also didn't bring
elixirs.
Any elixirs. Oh well, Eevee, you take care of it. Not with Wide Slash, please, with anything else.
Can you switch leader mid-dungeon or
no? No, you cannot in this one. Yeah, you can do that with apparently Super Mystery Dungeon onwards.
Cool.
But yeah, so long story short, my dad did not actually break his toe. He had to like, it was actually more like he dislocated it.
Did he pop it into place?
Yeah, so he popped it into place. He said that it didn't hurt afterwards, despite the fact that he was still like walking around all funny. And then finally he ended up calling like a Minute Clinic nurse or whatever. And she like asked him a bunch of questions about like how does he feel and how did it feel at the time, yada yada blah blah blah. And he goes and he answers all of them, and she was like, yeah, it just sounds like you dislocated your toe and that your muscles are sprained for a bit. So if you still can't really gain any tension in your pinky toe tomorrow, just call it back. And I'm like, great, spectacular, this is exactly what I want to hear about my father. who's been here for less than 24 hours and already broke his foot.
I mean, speaking of what's the word? Paternal injuries. I tell you about how my dad fucked up his left hand, which is a dominant hand.
No.
It happened a long time ago, but we had like we got like our house. We had a new house, and he likes woodworking and like house projects. He's a dad.
Because he's a dad.
He was doing stuff for the garden, like a bunch of wooden like boxes or whatever for the garden, and I remember kind of. It was very strange, because I remember at the time, my mom and dad were divorced, and so it was just me and him at the time. I was over at his for the week. I was sleeping, and I remember he had like some power tools out in the living room, and then the memory is vague, but I went out to see him like... Let me see if I remember this. I blocked it out pretty heavily, because it's pretty fucked up. He was like really, really... badly hurt because he like sawed through the webbing between his like thumb and his index finger with like a power saw.
Okay.
And he was like, he had to go to the hospital, and I think I just kind of stayed home alone as like anywhere between a 6 and 13-year-old. My memory is super blurred of the instant because it was very horrifying. But it was so bad that he had to learn how to write with his non-dominant hand and can't fully close his left fist anymore.
Ouch.
That's a pretty good
story. This is all painful to hear.
Yeah.
Hayden?
He was forced to learn to write like the rest of us normal people.
Oh my god.
He was forced out of his heathenry, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, that happened when I was alone with him, and he was the only person in the house, and I was just kind of like, well, then, fuck, okay. Bro, you got bone juice, nice.
So we're super rank. I think the only thing above super is master, right?
Probably.
Master.
Maybe there's legendary.
Well, because I know master rank is the highest, and I always I really liked finishing the games at master rank. So that way I was like, dude, I'm equivalent to Team Chom. They can't be better than me if I'm just as good as them. Also, Adrian, why are you
ranks.
leveling up so slowly?
I don't know. Explorer ranks. Normal, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, super, ultra, hyper, master, master star, master 2-star, master 3-star, guild master, secret rank.
Holy shit, you're kidding me.
What?
I guess the difference between master and master 1-star must be incredible, because I remember I played this game for so long after getting to master and never leveled up past it.
It says Sky needs 13,500 for master, and then master 1-star needs 17,000.
Oh. All right. Well, thank you very much for the information. It's not dejecting, but it's fine. We'll just get to master, so that way I can be like, ha, fuck you. Although I like the idea of you becoming grandmaster and just opening up like a rival school in Sharpedo Bluff.
Yeah, it says guild master rank, but there's no mechanic for making your own guild. I guess. Are you and then me and Lawrence and Saba part of a new guild now?
No, no, we're just a team. We don't have a guild.
Right, because we don't have our own mission board. We take missions from Guildmaster Wigglytuff's guild board.
Yeah.
So yeah.
1, 5, 6, 7.
Those are the 4 funny numbers in the back of Obo's Poke Duskull card.
Poke Duskull card. What's the full like meme? Do you remember?
It's like Master Chief's in trouble and he is your help. Send him the 16 numbers.
The 16 digits on the front of your mom's credit card and those 4 funny numbers on the back in order to help him.
Yeah, basically.
I don't understand how that became a meme.
Did you get the thing, or are we gonna do the item things?
Oh, right. Well, sorry, I just wanted to check the job board real quick to see if there's anything that was worth.
One called Just Take Me. Did you see it?
Sorry?
Mystifying Force, where I put both
me.
the jobs so you could kill
Take
3 birds
me!
one stone.
Oh, the Munchlax.
Yeah.
I don't want a Munchlax.
There should be treasure there?
Racket.
I don't know.
Stop it, you're laughing too much. I love it. It's so good. All right, let's check. Hopefully, to be fair, I might have gotten to the point where it is more likely for there to be a special offer than not. Oh, fuck. All right, let's see. Is it worth anything? It's just a link box again. But it's like a different offer for the same thing. All right, I need to go to the well, save, return to menu, and then enter in these incredibly long codes.
Yes, precisely. This is your burden.
All right.
These are your trials, like Hercules.
What is
Like Hercules.
what is a banter topic that we can talk about?
Well,
while
a band.
we do
Okay.
this?
We can talk about. Okay, I thought you just wanted me to tell you what a banter topic was.
I put up mirrors as a topic, and I totally forgot what I was gonna say about mirrors.
Oh, Adrian, you sent me an NFT. Oh,
What do you
never mind.
mean?
It's NF and.
What?
Sorry, it's NF. So you'll see it in a second. So it's NF and 0, I think, because there's no O. Hyphen. And then T. My brain just deleted the and, the 0, and the hyphen. It was like NFT.
Great.
So,
As if I would support destroying the planet like that.
What was it? So you
We're
said
so elite, we support the planet being green and not brown.
And on fire.
Very good, very good. You said Adventure Time is literally dead?
Yeah, so does anybody care about Adventure Time spoilers?
No.
No.
All right, so Adventure Time ended, right? Like they did like the finale with like this big battle and yada yada blah blah blah. And while the series is like over, they have this new like series that they do every once in a while called Distant Lands, where it's like self-contained stories that are just completely outside the narrative in some cases. Like
Isn't
there's
it
only
not
like
on
there's
Cartoon Network?
Sorry?
Isn't it like not on Cartoon Network?
No, it is.
Oh, I thought it was on like NBC, like not NBC, but some other channel.
Well, it might be on multiple, but I'm pretty sure it's on Cartoon Network. I'm not gonna lie, I do go to the Caribbean to watch it, but like my favorite of the Distant Lands
Zach
episodes.
is a frequent flyer.
Frequent sailor, excuse you.
Oh, true.
One of the there's only 3 Distant Lands episodes, but my favorite of the 3 so far was it was really weird. It was BMO gets like, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but she gets stuck on like a rocket ship, and then the rocket ship gets pulled into hyperspace, and so she gets carried like hundreds of millions of light years away from Ooh. And then she crashes into like this space station, and it's a really fascinating, like it almost seems like it could be its own show, because like there were so many characters, and there was like this really interesting overarching like problem with it and stuff like that, and it was like, oh, this is like really good. And then the episode ended, and I was like, oh, by the way, the episodes are like 45 minutes long, so they're twice the length of a normal Adventure Time episode. But anywho, so the third and theoretically last, I guess, of the Distant Lands episodes is the afterlife, where Finn and Jake have died of old age. And the whole premise of that episode is that they're exploring like what the afterlife is for the Adventure Time universe. And you know, it has a little bit too much of the like, wow, that's so wacky type stuff, but it was a really interesting episode, because they really fuck with you at the beginning, because at the very beginning of the episode, it's a 1-for-1 recreation of the first episode of Adventure Time, but things are wrong. Like Jake keeps saying really morbid and upsetting things, and Finn, like, his arm hurts all the time, and like when they run he gets really out of breath really quickly, and then like apparently he was like being corrupted by like a brain parasite, and when he finally like figures it out and releases himself, he just ages to like 112 or something like that, and then just dies. And I'm like, oh my god, that's how the episode starts. That's like 6 minutes in. The password is incorrect. Shit. What did I get wrong?
Wonderful.
NF and 0 hyphen TW equals 37NK pound 2% 12 floor 4 plus FJY PNP 37X.
No, you said 7-3. You said 7-3.
Yeah, it's 7-3.
No, you said 3-7 right
Oh,
now.
sorry. It is 7-3 though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. 7-3 XMW6 2XT.
Well, that you everything you said was here.
I don't think this is for the right game then.
Well, we have.
I can try the other one. I can try the other one.
Adrian, yeah, just do that, and then when Adrian comes back, you can tell him.
Oh, is Adrian gone?
Well, I don't know. He's just muted.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. But no, there's no way me and Zach are both wrong, because we both checked it over together. And there's no way two people can be wrong.
In terms of the number being entered.
Exactly, in terms of the code itself. Or the accuracy of the input of the code.
Well, what was that first website you used? Do you remember that one? Or did you just Google it and you found it?
There's like 3 of them, I can never remember which one actually works.
Oh no. Alright, but
and all of them are formatted annoyingly and hard to use. Actually, hang on, this one, okay, here. Never mind, this one's also formatted annoyingly.
Alright,
okay.
I'll give you some time to quietly work on that while I yammer about Adventure Time, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. The episode was obviously, for me, it had some like stuff at the beginning, but then it was just like, it was kind of just silly, and it was interesting because the whole episode had like this obvious overtone of everything being very morose and upsetting, but then like it was interesting because like characters who died, like canonically died over the course of Adventure Time, they're obviously there in the afterlife, and so you get to see those characters and interact with them again, and it's like, oh, that's like kind of neat. But yeah, so there you go. That's what I meant when I said that Adventure Time is literally dead, because that was the name of the episode, was Finn and Jake are dead.
Ah. Wow. How interestingly dark, I guess. At the same time, is that how they ended the? I don't think it's how they ended the show, is it? Like the last episode?
I already said that that's not how they did that.
Okay.
So the end of the final episode was that they fight Gorb. It's like because for the entire, or no, not Gorb, Glob. Because over the course of the entire show, they would always like take words and like fuck with them, so that way it didn't really seem like a whatever. Like, so instead of saying oh my god, they would always say oh my glob, right? And turns out Glob is a real entity. It's actually like the being of destruction and entropy. And so like at some point he discovers the land of Oo and like comes to attack, and they do like this big fight scene where like every character from every episode who's still alive shows up to like fight, and that's how they ended it, and they win. So Finn and Jake like go off and do their own adventures, and then in Distant Lands episode 1, also known as Obsidian, you get to see like a Finn who's like 40 years old, which is quite interesting. Despite the fact that Marceline the Vampire Queen and Princess Bubblegum are the exact same age, because both of them are ageless monsters.
Oh.
But yeah. Which is interesting, because it implies that, because that was one of the things that happened at the end of the finale for Adventure Time, was those two characters, Marceline and Princess Bubblegum, got together. They like dated again. And it was interesting to see, because if Finn and Jake is like 40 something years old in their episode, because that's like their episode was Obsidian, that means that they were able to make their relationship work for at least another like 30 years, which is pretty cool. These little details are neat when you think about them.
Luckily,
yeah.
I don't think.
Luckily, I don't think. Just in general.
Oh.
Luckily, I don't. That's it.
Luckily, I don't think.
And then Zach talks about evil clones, which I feel like melds in with the doppelgangers.
Password is also incorrect.
Right. God damn it! Okay, hang on. I'm on another one already.
It did work before.
Well, I mean that was a while ago, and that was with a different website. So
also,
yeah,
apparently,
we'll just hang out here for a minute.
Apparently, you can't make the client Chimecho. Probably because Chimecho's already a story Pokemon.
Oh, you can't make it Chimecho. Really?
Right.
That's weird. Why?
Because Chimecho's the fucking recruiter Pokemon.
No, I know, but like, why make it a special flag that you can't have story Pokemon as recruiters? Or not as recruiters, as the people
clients.
that... Yeah, clients. It's
I don't
strange.
know. Maybe it's to avoid confusion.
Confusion.
I like our little sayings of words, like Zach saying floor instead of for, and Adrian saying, I don't even know, confusion or something like that. Confuse. It's
I
great.
don't know. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but I leave out an entire syllable out of the word probably.
Probably. Well, I mean, a lot of people do that, so it seems fine.
Right.
That's acceptable incorrectness.
It's intentional is what is the difference. Why can I not find Shingling on this fucking list?
we got some time until Adrian's able to get these, which is totally fine. God, I'm trying to remember what I was, because I remember the evil clone bit. Oh, this was from Samurai Jack. Oh God, what was it? What was the actual prompt? Because normally I do like the title and then like a description for myself so I can remind myself, but I didn't. So what if you had an evil clone? I don't remember.
You remember? So, by the way, did you ever find that fucking thing that still eludes me about the fucking kid getting swapped at the park?
No, you have to give me more details is the thing, because it's like I go to look at it and I tried like every permutation of like what you described, and there was a lot of stuff about like cartoon characters having like their minds swapped, because that's like a classic like archetype for an episode, but nothing else. Couldn't find it. So
I have such a vivid yet foggy. Well, I have a foggy
vivid
memory
yet foggy.
that's so specific. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it just sticks on my mind because I was like, man, that was fucked up. What cartoon was that?
Oh, so you know what? I'm gonna save Evil Clone, because hopefully I'll like remember when I'm like not thinking about it, and I'll just go back and edit that so we can talk about it later. I want to talk about reverse finance internships. I don't know if you guys have heard about these.
It's starting to sound very financial. Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it says finance in it, so yeah.
I know, but yeah.
So you've heard of unpaid internships, which is essentially just indentured servitude, right? You sign a contract and you work for an X amount of time for zero, like, reward, besides like exposure, kinda, and resume stuff. But apparently there's this new thing that companies are trying, where it's called a reverse finance internship, where it's an internship where they say that they're going to pay you like, let's say $15 an hour, right? But when you actually read the fine print of the actual employment contract, you pay $15 an hour in order to work the job for the full internship, and then when your internship contract is over, they pay you twice what you paid.
Okay.
So they kind of pay you $15 an hour, but for the entire like 4-month internship, you are literally losing money for working.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I read this because apparently people have been seeing them on like LinkedIn and stuff like that, and I was like, dude, that's like blatantly evil. Right? Because
I mean, I was surprised that you even said they pay you back twice. I thought that wasn't just going to be a thing. I thought you're going to pay for it 4 months and then you're done.
Well, that's like a job training program, which like other companies do, obviously. But nah, it was like the idea is that, well, as I just described, you pay and then they pay you back twice as much. So technically, they didn't lie when they like hired you or whatever. But then people in the comments were saying, because they didn't have any like particular experience with this, but they were saying that they heard rumors that apparently there are parts in the contract where if your work is unsatisfactory, they'll just fire you, keep the money that you paid, and not give you like what you're owed.
Also, can you try that one? It's the I put in all the effort to take in all the boxes. They're all listed in a drop-down list, which is really fucking annoying. And when I finally clicked it, I realized it's the one that I spent all the time on was one of the short ones where it doesn't even fit.
Oh. All right, yeah, I'll try this. You might, well, I'm sure you're already doing it, but you might want to get the second one warmed up just in case if it does work.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. But yeah, so that's reverse finance internships. I just wanted to talk about it because it was such a baffling concept that made me upset. And Saba continues to have no comment based on it. Saba, when you and I hang out, we talk. I mean, I know it's a lot of me talking, obviously, but we talk for like hours. And you do talk. Why do you clam up as soon as stream starts?
That's because I'm here, baby.
Saba, I am upset with you.
Don't think it's tonight. I don't know.
I am passively draining Saba's ability to form thoughts by being near her.
Saba and I had like multiple hour-long discussions about like the same topic before. And what do you mean this is basically just one-on-one with Adrian just kind of third-wheeling.
I'm horrible.
You gotta work on this, man, because like you're of the people on stream, you are like probably the most consistent with like showing up, which includes Sundays. But yet you have like one of the biggest problems with actually bantering.
I know. I don't know what to I'm like introverted.
You know what you could tell me?
I'm responsible.
You know what you could tell me? Anything. That's called banter.
But I'm boring.
You're not boring.
So boring. So boring.
All right, let's discuss whether or not Saba is boring.
I mean,
Sure.
Saba, are you digging small holes into things at all times?
Into my own thoughts, maybe.
So you would say you're boring into your own head?
Into your own mind.
Metaphysically.
Metaphysically. All right, let's see. Password is incorrect.
What the fuck? That's 3 that didn't work. Why?
Well, we know they do work. As for the, the first couple.
Hang on, let me. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna fucking see if a default boring like level 1 basic thing works.
I can't wait for
Here.
the Switch to hear about the Switch. The second
Rescue
Switch
Ponyta
iteration.
from the beach cave and you get rewards as a stick. Let's see if this works. Maybe it's the specific mission I'm trying to generate that's just not working.
Is that this new one that you just sent?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
We
just see if it works.
We can just throw it out. Yeah.
Because I swear to God, I've tried 3 different ones. Maybe it's because I'm requesting 2 specific things that aren't working for some reason.
Okay.
I'm not even requesting story Pokemon. I'm requesting Chingling and Azumarill.
Oh, that would have been really fun. Oh, because you wanted the Chimecho because he's the leader of the clan. Okay.
I was gonna have it so that you were gonna steal items from both clans for each other clan, and it was gonna be funny.
That would have been
sad.
so good. Hopefully we can make that still work because I would love for that to be the narrative.
I was gonna have you. One mission was that Chingling was hired to steal an Azura card from Azumarill and then give you Thunderstone. And then it was Azumarill hires you to steal a fucking Ching Bell from the Chingling for a link cable.
That would have been so good.
I know, and that's why I'm so pissed.
I would have really appreciated this effort. I would have pogged out of my mind. All right. So Saba says that she's excited for details on the new Switch.
Yeah.
Of the details, I don't know if you specifically mean like specs or anything like that, because I didn't really take you as a person who would like pay attention to specs or anything like that. But based on the reports that have come out of like Bloomberg and stuff like that, it appears as if across the board, the Switch, which I'm just calling the Switch Pro, I'm not calling it the new Switch Pro because that doesn't make any fucking sense. But so for the Switch Pro, it seems like pretty much across the board, it is a doubling of effectiveness. Like even like the new screens for like the undocked like touchscreen is twice the resolution. So now it's like proper 10 or now it's proper like what is it called? 1920 by 1080. Yeah, 1080p.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you. 1080p is what I was trying to say, but I kept thinking 19, and I was like, what the hell is that? But it's 1980 by 10. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard about it. So I'm really excited for that. But the thing I'm more interested in learning is what the actual price point is, because depending on the price point and depending on Lawrence, as we kind of said yesterday, I might just sell him my Switch for like 100, so that way I can get the Switch Pro for essentially 100 off. Because almost all of my games, I think there's only like 2 games on my Switch that are stored natively, whereas everything else is installed to the 300 gigabit SD card that I bought like 3 years ago. Yeah.
I don't think it should be too different, because I know they were saying that the Switch is their like end like game like for their console handheld or whatever.
Well, yeah, they said that the
upgrading
Switch is the
different.
end of their handheld line. Like from now on, they're just gonna do this, where it's handheld and console at the same time. All right, that works.
So
What the fuck? Alright,
And
you're
the
getting a
reward
boring
was
generic mission.
And the reward was a stick.
Great, you're getting a boring generic mission to get your Thunderstone.
No!
I'm sad now.
I want the cool stuff. It's unfortunate. I really like the idea of the cool one. But if this is what works, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, because like you would assume, Saba, if it's just like the new Switch again, you would assume that they would sell it for 300 again. You know what I mean?
yeah, I do like potentially they may like, you know, make more refined like controllers and stuff. And I think I was seeing something along those lines, but I know from that perspective, I don't think they would increase the amount for like a controller as well, because obviously it's going to be the same thing with like, you know, both sides of the Switch for handheld mode, like you can click them in.
Well,
but
I mean,
already
yeah, for the Joy-Cons.
People already think that 60 is ridiculous for them.
It is.
And I feel like that's pushing it. So it's like oh Lord, if they like were to raise that to something like higher, I feel like people would be like, this is ridiculous. But you know, once again,
a pair of Joy-Cons is $60, right? As we just illustrated.
No, like one individual one I heard was 60.
No, it is a pair.
Okay, it's a pair. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pair of them.
Because
if you just had the one, you couldn't use it. Not how the Switch works.
True, but it's still 30 a piece though, which is
no. But
insane.
I agree. And what I was gonna say was that the Switch Pro controllers, my parents only got me one for Christmas, and then Walmart accidentally sent us a second one, so we just kept it. That's why I have two. The Switch Pro controller, $70, which is just like a controller.
Pro, yeah, and aren't like Dual Shocks? How much are Dual Shocks?
Like 40.
4? Okay, 20 to like 4. Okay.
Like DualShock 4s, like, because they don't even sell like DualShock 5s in like bulk yet. Like the DualShock 5, like, because I use the PS4 controller for the PC, right? But the PS5 doesn't even work for PC yet, so I can't do that. But like the PS5 controller I think is 50, and then the PS4 controller is 30, and then PS2 is 25, I think.
Man, oh man. Because it's just... Well, also, I'm pretty sure they're also gonna be like, yeah, anything that you can play on the Switch, you can play on this Switch as well.
I mean, yeah, because it's the same console, right? It's the same console, just like beefier. Thank you very much, Adrian, by the way.
I'm excited to... Because it's like, once that eventually comes out, I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is my time. All the good games are coming out.
But what if?
What is this? What is this if?
What if it's $400?
You know,
because I'm not gonna lie,
I'll figure things out.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what's been on my mind. Because once again, I don't really have a job, right? I have spending money-ish, like stuff that's not slated to be loan payments, and so it's like I can use that, but I should be using it sparingly, and that's one of the reasons why. Like if the console is $300 and Lawrence is okay with buying my Switch for $100. I am okay with $200 for a Switch Pro. Like, that's okay with me. But anything higher than that, I'm like, I need to do some like house sitting so that way I can get a little bit more money.
Have either of you guys ever shipped stuff out of the country?
Like through customs? No. Why?
So I ran and completed an entire D&D campaign, which is the first one I actually cleanly completed, and I was very proud of it. My players were happy, and one of them was like, hey, I have an idea. Let's get a copy of the physical book that we just ran on, because it was running online, because it was Corona. But let's get a copy of this book, and let's all send it to each other and sign it. And so I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm the current one that has the book in the chain, but I have to mail it to Mexico.
Oh, but Mexico should have like pretty cheap customs.
Right, it's just that.
Are you concerned about the price, or are you concerned about not knowing how to do it?
A little bit of both, but also like just procrastination is the main reason I haven't done it yet.
Oh, I mean that makes a ton of sense. I mean, you obviously already know this, but 1000% don't try to like look it up and figure it out yourself. Literally just go to like the post office and be like, hey, I need to send this to an address in Mexico, and they'll just like walk you through the steps, and you'll probably actually get like a discount. So I highly recommend doing that.
Actually, I guess part of it is also I got the book a few months ago, and we were still in the thick of it back then. So I was like, I have a reason to put it off now, but now it's like I'm vaccinated, a lot of people here are vaccinated, it's kind of like, I have less of a reason to put it off now.
It is quite heartwarming to hear that this D&D campaign went off so well.
Yeah, one of my players had that idea, not even me. I was just like, I was supposed to be like, all right, cool, but no, she wanted to like have a memento.
A commemorative thing. Well, then who gets to keep it at the end?
The one who paid for the book.
Makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't buy it, so I'm just putting some writing there. Anyway.
And by the way, Saba.
Yeah.
What was that response? Are you okay? Are you upset? Did I upset you by addressing you?
No, the is just a question mark noise.
What? What do you want?
What? What do you want from me, Zachary?
I was going to congratulate you on actually proposing like a good banter topic, by the way.
Oh. See, I have to. It takes me a long time to rack my brain.
It didn't. You literally just talked about it. It was like 2 seconds. You were like, I'm excited for the Switch, and then it's like, boom, there we go. We can springboard off of that. You know what we can't springboard off of?
Are you not entertained?
No.
Are you not?
Are you not?
Sound effects.
So Adrian, I am curious because we are going to be doing more, like, you know, of this. So banter topics are valuable. What the hell is the universal lie?
I mentioned that yesterday. If you had to make everyone in the world believe one lie.
Oh, it was just the hypothetical. Okay, sorry. I thought you were gonna talk about like I learned what the universal lie was, and I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued.
I wish. No, it's hypothetical. Unfortunately, I have not access to that eldritch knowledge yet.
If I take,
I'm only a tier 2 sub to the Cosmos God.
Tier 2 snub?
I said sub.
Oh, I thought you said snub. I was like, what?
Anyways, beach cave time.
Beach cave, and it's so nothing that I'm not even gonna take any items. I'm just gonna walk in, beat up a bunch of like level 5s.
Look, oh, there he is!
Oh my god!
Get him!
Oh.
Get him!
Never mind, we're good.
Dude, that Kingler came in from the distant future and woke up on shore and was supposed to save the world by rescuing the time cogs, and now you've doomed eternity forever.
That'd be really funny, actually.
Now the world is doomed.
Boom.
All right, but can you make it to the dangerous and far off? Why are you picking up money? It's
it's shiny.
Can you make it to the Why? Just do regular attacks.
Stop!
The animation's shorter.
The animation is shorter, he says.
Oh, can you defeat this dangerous Raticate?
This is exciting, Age. We seem to be really overpowered, though.
Well, I mean, this is literally the first dungeon in the game.
Flash! I see. So he was that type of Raticate.
Oh no, I don't. Saba. Oh my god. So Saba, how excited are you to finish Owlboy tomorrow?
Oh, I'm pretty excited.
Why did you say it like
pretty?
that? Are you pretty?
No, I don't think so.
Please
anyway,
accept my Thunderstone.
Let's ignore that. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be.
Why is he so fast?
Who?
That Beedri's animation. Why is he thrusting so much? Did you
No,
turn the
it's okay.
speed
He's
up
safe.
or?
He doesn't have flash,
No.
okay?
Why was he moving so shakily?
He was excited to get his flashback.
Fair enough.
Oh no, he was the owner of flashing. Okay, I got it.
He was the owner of flashing.
So now you can feel free to evolve me whenever you please.
We should probably do that
Right
now,
now.
right? So that way you're a little bit more useful.
Do it. Do it. Come on, I'm waiting.
All right, now
Why
Saba.
are you not doing
Now Saba's leaning
sure you have
super
the
hard
item.
in the other direction.
Make sure you have the link cable with you.
Do I need to have it in my possession?
Do it.
I probably. I would imagine so.
What?
Saba, what's happening? Can I?
Saba is fully
Yeah, so Saba has rebounded from me giving her shit about not doing banter, and now she's gone the complete opposite direction and she's gone insane.
Yes.
So we're just gonna let her do her own thing for a hot minute. Adrian, I don't know if you share this sentiment with me, but I am thoroughly in the camp of Pokemon fans who believe that, except for very specific, like exclusive situations, Pokemon who need to evolve either holding or using an item, it should just be the stones, and there should be a stone for every type. Like Steelix and Scizor, I think, are the only two Pokemon that evolve with a metal coat. And I think that's stupid. I think there should be a metal stone, and then you instead of using it on them, you just give it to them in trade.
Metal and stone are kind of distinctly different, but I get what you're saying.
No, but listen.
Metal stone. just
Wrong
throw
one.
a rock at him.
Oh! You can't do that.
Just throw a rock at the rock.
Is it gonna say no? Because he's not.
What?
No.
What?
It just...
He can do that? Since when? I've been cheated. I can't believe this.
Oh, that's so.
What?
Dude, that's so good.
And even when Lawrence is not here, he's still somehow...
He's still snubbing me, that bastard.
That's so good, dude. Oh my goodness. That's so good. All right, who will seek evolution? Because I'm about to say, their name just doesn't appear if they can't evolve. Wait, why can't you evolve? Oh, yes.
Must be consumed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the whole reason why we cheated. I mean, did that
I'm
mission.
so behind right now. Oh.
Ta-da!
Yay!
I got twice as many. Be gone!
It's
so rude.
It told it just kicked us out. What the hell, man?
Why was that? Wait, what the fuck? Lawrence is like, if evolution is what you seek, return here. And then for me, it's like, you have no purpose here. Be gone.
Get
like, what
out
the
of
fuck?
here.
Why?
Man,
Why does
Adrian,
this universe hate me?
you really are like the punching. Oh, look at your face!
Oh!
Oh, and look, that's Lawrence when I said that he's default character 3.
Yeah.
You should save.
Oh, very good point.
Somehow,
God, what
I don't
the
want you
fuck,
accidentally
Pokemon
just saying
Extension? Why are you so
farewell.
mean to me?
Pokemon.
I can't believe. Look at, I'm your boss, you stupid alligator.
God.
All right, let's see what you have for me here. Midnight Forest, 5-star, but nah, I'm gonna decline.
I wonder what was the specific criteria that was breaking those mission requests.
I don't know, cause like maybe it was because it was the high-ranking specialty items.
I don't think it was the.
Cause I know you can set. Oh my God, there's just a new offer every time.
Can you just take the new offer? Maybe it'll like run out.
Oh yeah,
after
you know what? Maybe.
So now our team consists of 2 tiny, cute ones, and then 2 burly, big guys who are very intimidating.
Oh my God, Saba, you're a fucking genius.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Saba.
Thank you.
God. And that was the first time we ever had an offer that I could complete. So. All right, well, thus begins the long and arduous process of me recycling all of the crap that we collected over the course of the special minions.
Thus begins our career as 2 fully evolved Pokemon and 2 baby Pokemon.
Who own you?
Well, actually, you're not even a baby, you're an adolescent Pokemon.
True, because I'm not Pichu.
Right. Saba is still at the base.
I'm at the bottom of my totem pole.
I just saw that one maze where you can't go through every door only one time.
What are you talking about? I figured it out.
Right.
Actually, if I remember correctly, even afterwards I didn't figure it out.
Yes, this is true.
I even erased like part of the thing, and I still couldn't figure it out.
You cheated. I'm going back to images. I'm trying to find that one comparison that I did of the all of us to scale because I don't want to do it again. And I know I did once.
But now, with you guys being fully evolved.
Yeah, because I remember I did that at one point.
You did, and it was very good. It was a long while ago though.
Exactly.
Because we did take a break from this game for a while.
There's Florindo, Sparkle Dogs. Remember Sparkle Dogs?
I do remember Sparkle Dogs. Let us proceed.
Still a nightmare for the eyes.
Let's proceed without acknowledging it, please.
Okay.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to acknowledge Sparkle Dogs. They're a fascinating subject and design choice.
Hey Saba.
Yeah.
It is now your turn to propose another banter topic.
Okay. You guys will not care about this at all, but I
just talked about fucking Adventure Time for like 20 minutes. I think it doesn't matter whether or not we care.
Okay, so as a book reader, right? Surprisingly, I actually don't own like a lot of books. I have like one.
You pirate them.
I borrow them from the library. If that's what you want to consider pirating them, then trade.
It basically is.
So the one I have is like from my favorite like book series. But there was this other book series I was like, this is probably my all-time favorite now, and I can actually contend to rereading it again because the one that I already own, even though I like a lot, I realized I just went through too much of an emotional roller coaster to possibly read it again until like I don't know, like 20 years from now, maybe I'll have the guts to read that book series again. But anywho, so this series of books, there's only like 3 books. And I was like relatively like looking at it and I was like, oh, it's on Amazon, like I want to get it. But I was kind of dissuaded because my mom was like, you don't need to get it. And I was like, fine, whatever, I won't get it.
But it's a book.
I know it's a book.
It's not a giant-ass tablet that you don't need.
It's true. But regardless, with the book, so what happened was it suddenly was like, oh, we're not selling this anymore. We don't know when it'll come back in stock. And I'm like, what? Like, what does this mean? And it turns out that the author actually changed the cover of the books. And I know this might not mean anything to you guys, but oh my gosh, I was so kind of frustrated and mad and like beating myself up at the fact that I didn't order the books before the cover changed. Because it's like
you can't find the old cover anywhere?
Well, the thing is, I wanted a box set. Like a specific, that's, the specific way of selling the books together in like a container.
Oh.
And they used to have it with it, right? But I just missed the mark and now the new covers are coming out. But it just makes me so upset because it's kind of like growing up with something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, I want it for like what it originally was and how I originally like played it, or in this case, read it. But now I'm when I buy it, because I will eventually buy it, it's going to be the new covers, and I'm just going to always be reminded of that time that I didn't buy it because I was dissuaded.
What the hell? Am
I an
idiot?
depressing.
What the hell am I doing? Well, I mean, I kind of get what you, I kind of get what you're saying, because I read the Harry Potter books like, a few years after they came out, and that was when the movies were starting to get like really popular. So books 1, 2, 3, and 4 I had with the original art, like that very classic, like hand painted, hand drawn, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like that original style. But then book 5, the movies had already been like really popular at that point, and the new movie had just come out. So all the bookstores had replaced the book with the cover that had like screenshots from the movie. And I was like, even as like a kid, I was like, this is hideous. I don't want this. get this crap away from me.
You couldn't find the other original covers anywhere else.
I mean, that being said, that was before like I really knew how to use the internet, so I probably could have found it if I looked hard enough, but I didn't, whatever. And it's so I kind of get it.
Maybe same, but it's just like there's also like, why would I individually go buy like 3 books that will like vastly cost the bundle that I could get.
Cool.
But it's just, it was definitely a few hard hours for me where I was suffering very badly. But I know.
Very suffering very badly.
Very, very bad suffering I am. Okay, well that was my banter topic.
I mean, it was a good topic. You didn't even talk about the book series at all. Is the whole banter topic just that the book, the cover is different, so like you're upset? Is that it?
Yeah, it's actually a complaint though, like with I noticed like some readers or avid like book lovers who something they don't like is like, mid. Like it's like some people started getting into it recently, right? But then since the author changed it, they too like have
Wanted
like the
original.
first, let's say,
yeah,
they have like not even want the original, like they own like, let's say, the first book with the original cover, but then it's like the other like 3 books or whatever are now have the new cover, so it doesn't match together. And I guess since they own it, it's also like an aesthetic thing, right? Where it's like, oh, you have this like, let's say, bright red book, but then the new covers are like black or gray. It's just like it doesn't match. Doesn't look good either.
There was a series of books that my dad gave to me. Well, I guess they're kind of like an heirloom thing because his grandfather gave them to him, and then he gave them to me because I really liked reading. But it was And it's probably where I get my aesthetic for like the types of book covers that I really enjoy. Like in 2 months when the Firewatch video comes out, if you watch that, there's a part where Lawrence and I have like a brief discussion as to, they have like a series of fake spy novels in that game that you can just look at the covers for. And the covers are really, oh wait, no, you were there. I'm about to say, I forgot you were in chat. Yeah, so like those really simple covers that are just like large geometric shapes and stuff. But anywho, so the book series that Dad got me, it wasn't really a book series, it was just like a collection of classic stories like Treasure Island and Journey to the Center of the Earth and 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, like just classic novels. And each one of them was basically the same thing. They were a rainbow gradient from red to purple with like slight variations therein because it was like 15 books. And the spine had like the title, the author as normal. And then the cover was just an embossed golden image of something from the story that was really great. Like for Treasure Island, it was like this really beautiful artwork of like a treasure chest sitting in a hole on a desert island. And I was like, dude, that's really great. And so that's really cool. I'm really glad that I own that. And because when you go to Amazon, which I know there's other places to buy stuff than Amazon, but like if you go to Amazon right now and look up like Treasure Island, it's just like a regular book. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I got the one that I got.
And I can kind of agree with that because let's say the older covers, like of this book series, like I don't think they looked bad, but like based off of what I was saying or reading, like a lot of people, or like a decent amount, didn't like it that much, or it made it seem like way for like younger, I guess, readers than some of the.
But that's where the money is, Saba.
Well, no, like it looked too kiddish, I think some people thought. But like the new covers, people are like, oh, now it looks like a more like, I guess, adultish kind of book, which I'm like, whatever to that. And like the first book covers had kind of an element from like the story itself, but like I guess the second one is a bit different. Like it incorporates things from specifically the book a little bit more. And I was like, that's fine and whatever too. Just like the art style though, the art style doesn't look good. And I think that's another reason why I'm so peeved about this, is because, like, not only because it's not something I'm used to, right? But the thing that it turned out being, I don't like it. Like, I don't think it looks good. Even if it, oh my god, that's basically it.
Wait, Machamp and Feraligatr are vaguely the same size?
Machamp is 5'3", Feraligatr is 7'7", but has a giant frill.
Machamp is 5'3"?
Yeah.
He's a manlet?
Yes.
What the frick?
Feraligatr 7'7", but that's only because of the fucking giant crest in his head.
Yeah, the giant fin, which counts, I guess.
And then I put a 5'8" man in their comparison.
So that's
about
me.
My height. It's about our height, yes.
Dude,
that's
we are.
interesting.
It's just
We are
basically,
teeny
like,
tiny, but I can one-shot Lawrence and then probably two-shot Adrian. From the same
funny.
room with the same ability, even.
It's kind of like the, I don't know if it's a meme or not, but it's the thing where it's like, you know, like someone pats Pikachu on like the back of the head or the shoulder, and Pikachu turns on like, yeah, and it's like a bully, right? And he's like, give me your money, and then just you see the Machamp and the Feraligatr in the background like staring daggers at him like, don't you freaking dare. And the guy just backs away.
You're saying they're my bodyguards? Shit, I hit redeem.
Well, I know you're more powerful, Zach, but it's just the
How about to
dichotomy
say,
of these
don't
tiny
sell me
creatures.
short, what the hell?
It's
Just
the
because I am
dichotomy
teeny
of the
tiny doesn't mean that I am
creatures
weak.
with-
You have to admit, me and Jay are more intimidating than you.
100%.
That's true.
In fact,
That's what I'm
for
saying.
Alligator, if he wasn't a starter, he would probably have the ability Intimidate.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Ooh, Charge Beam. I'm never gonna use that.
Well, you could charge
So,
up for a turn and then use it.
I
No,
think.
so
wait,
what
is that how
happens
Charge
is-
Beam
is,
works? I thought Charge Beam was you just shoot like a beam, but then if you use the move Charge first, it deals like double damage. Am I wrong?
Oh,
I did not remember, so I looked it up. It's just a weak electric move and has a chance to raise your special attack.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
Alright.
it was just, you know, you threw the charge beam at someone and it randomly charged them an inexplicable amount of money.
It made them lose money. That's pretty funny, actually. That's like Payday, but reverse, because no one gets any money.
It says in the Pokemon Mystery Series, Charge Beam can cut corners and might raise your attack by one stage. Fancy that! You
Ooh.
can cut corners with it. Ooh.
I already... Why are you saying it like that?
I'm trying to sell you a Charge Beam. I'm trying to sell you so I can buy more mustache wax and rope to tie people to railroads with. I mean,
Alright, that's pretty funny. But yeah, not to circle back to like a slightly older topic, but once again, JoJo. I have been more or less consistently buying the hardcover editions of the JoJo manga as they've been being reprinted in English in the and like released in the US. I haven't bought one in like a year, so that probably means I'm like behind by like 6 chapters at this point, but the covers that they have now are pretty okay. They have like a nice like portrait frame type thing with then like a character in the center. And like every cover for each part has like a different character from that part. So it's like, oh, this is like really cool. Sabi, you did the opposite of what you wanted to do again.
Sorry?
No, now you're muted.
Oh, God dang
there
it.
you go.
Okay.
Now you're fine.
Because I'm trying to hear the, you know, the little sound, the da-da-da, the da-da-da, and sometimes it just doesn't click, I guess.
No, I about to say I have the same problem. But anyway, and so the covers that they ended up going with were pretty okay. I liked them, but they did have a, oh god, I didn't realize I did this by accident. The covers that they went with are pretty fine, and I appreciate what they went for. But there was an alternate version that they were apparently contemplating for a while, which was each specific volume, like each chapter of each part, the cover would be this really intricate, like two-tone design where if you already knew the story, the design would actually have tons of spoilers in it for like what happens in that chapter. And so they released like the 2 that they were contemplating, and it was really fun, and I was like, oh dude, that'd be like great. I would love to get like that edition, but then they never ended up making it, so. But yeah. Cool. Anywho. So that was book talk. Well, come back next week for volume 2 of book talk.
Man, I love books. Books are great.
Hey, Adrian.
yes.
It is now your turn.
I'm trying to redo the height thing because I wanted to find a picture where Machop isn't slouching horribly.
Okay, you know what I'm reminded of?
Machamp, yeah.
You
Is
know
he
what I'm reminded
slouching?
of
I guess he kind of is,
as
yeah.
we say book talk?
He's absolutely slouching, and it makes him look. So it was very inaccurate. It's from the Pokemon movie, but this is a Machamp that's not slouching, and he looks way smaller. Because he's accurate to height now, because he's standing at his full height here.
Let me see.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh my
Yeah.
god, Lawrence is huge!
I haven't found a Feraligatr that's not slouching either, but Feraligatr naturally has a slouch, so I'm trying to find one that's kind of at a certain angle.
I should probably put this on stream, huh?
Maybe.
Look at that! That's the size difference of our team now. That's Lawrence, Adrian, myself, and Saba. My goodness.
Insanely tiny.
Alright, will you recycle anything else? Oh shit, I should have said yes.
Oh yeah. So what I was saying is, you remember? So as you said, book talk. You know what I recalled?
Manga.
No.
Oh.
Wrong. Any other guesses?
No, you're wrong. Good day, sir, and just leaves.
Any other guesses though?
I have to guess. Frick. I don't know. I don't have any guesses.
This one is not at an angle, so it's a little more accurate as to how tall Lawrence is. Actually, hang on, let me fix a little bit more.
Well, now you gotta wait, Zach. Until
Great.
Adrian finishes what he got to do.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Go on, Adrian.
Brain is so
Why is
flooded.
it not letting me? Okay, here.
Oh, you know something interesting I could talk about? I got something interesting, but I'll wait.
Just say it now, and we'll interrupt when he posts the thing finally.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll firstly I'll do the thing what I was thinking of in terms of book talk. I had recalled like when we were in Ace Attorney doing Ace Attorney doing like our, if like we were in the Ace Attorney universe, what would our shtick be?
Yeah.
And if you
There we
remember,
go.
like mine was like a book. Like I would have a book in my hand, and like my like breakdown would like the book like have the book be saying like to be continued or something. I was just reminded of that. I was like, that's pretty amusing.
That was
I
pretty
threw
funny.
this together.
Holistically accurate, like wholly accurate.
I don't like the Feraligatr that's with the white that you posted because it makes it look like his limbs are vanishing.
I had to throw it together on a spot. Anyway.
Still gigantic. He's
Still
a dinosaur
gigantic.
boy.
He's enormous.
You could fit two of me into Lawrence, it seems.
You could fit probably like a few dozen me's and Sabas into Lawrence.
Exactly.
Lawrence truly
So,
is a
yeah.
monster.
Lawrence truly is Among Us.
Is truly among us.
Among Us.
You know what I just realized that I didn't do? I need to actually unlock my my deluxe chests. Like I said, this is gonna take like an hour because we have so many items that we have to handle.
Alright.
All right, all right, Adrian, are you gonna continue to work on anything with that, or are you good to
I'm
do
done.
the next? All right, so it is your turn to do a banter topic.
Cool.
I have something for my next one.
Oh wait, no, actually, never mind. Saba had something and then she was delaying it, so Saba,
No,
please.
no. Have Adrian go, and then I can go afterwards because this will be my
I
next.
kind of
topic.
have one, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
How on the nose is too obvious a name for a character?
Literally
Can you
never.
give me like an example of what you're talking about?
Okay, so like, if you have a character who's fast,
And you call them Dash.
and and call them or Speedo or whatever.
Well, Speedo is silly because that's not a name,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think it actually is like that bad because if you like because as you were saying Dash, it just reminded me of The Incredibles, and it's like I don't
He's
if
fine.
like
you
I didn't
have,
have an issue with that.
if you have a character whose ability is like psychic powers, can you name them Mystic?
If,
Or-
as long
or
as
like-
as long
Or
as
like
it's a legit
Mystico or
name.
something.
As long as it's a legit name.
I'm about to say, is it
Like-
Is that all
like
about
is
Mystico?
is Mystico supposed to be a quote unquote legit name, or is it just supposed to be like, is it like a superhero name kind of thing?
I mean, are there limits to superhero names compared to real names?
Yes, superhero names can be as ridiculous as you can possibly want. It's just whether or not the quality of the name is good or bad. Like, that's the only deciding factor as to whether or not I like it or dislike it. But if it's supposed to be the character's, like, name, period, I personally will go to the ends of the earth to defend stupid ass names. Like, there was a shoot 'em up game that I played a while back. It was called a shmup. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Ranger Zero. And in Ranger Zero, there's a bunch of NPCs that you talk to over the course of the story. And it just so happens that if you pay attention, the first and last letters of their names, of all of them, spell out do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I loved that, and I shared that with Grant, and Grant hated it. So you get like an idea of, like, I love it when names are really on the nose and stupid, as opposed to other people like Grant who might think it's a little annoying.
Yeah,
okay, here's a follow-up.
I was like, give me like any examples, and I'll be like, yes, no.
Well, here's a follow-up question though. What about when it's literally like that on the nose, but instead of in English, it's just in a different language?
So, like,
that's kind of interesting.
Now, when you say on the nose, do you mean on the nose for, like, their character? Like, instead of like dash, it'd be like rapido or something?
Yeah.
Because, like, I even talked to Saba about this, but I have like a JoJo fan treatment that I've been writing for a really long time, where I have a trio of characters that are named Scarlet, Azure, and Verde. So, like, I have no problems with that.
I also want, and I will still reiterate the idea of, like, if it's like a legit name though, like, I just don't want it to be fast. Like, you name a character fast, that doesn't make sense. Like Dash, with, like, surprisingly worked well.
But, like,
once again, via proven via Incredibles, but yeah.
Okay, but I feel like there might be a limit when you, like, let's say you have a character whose thing is magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not a good idea to name them Darwin Juju.
What the fuck?
Darwin.
Hello, welcome. Who is this?
We're talking about how We're talking about how on the nose too obvious of a name is. Like, what's the limit for a name being too obvious for a character? Because, like, I don't think it'd be a good idea to have, like, a character whose thing is magic be named Darwin Juju.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like you said, The Incredibles, like, Dash is known for being fast, but, like, it's not bad.
But I mean, but what he, like, we kind of moved past that, where Adrian is now saying, like, the guy's name is Darwin Juju. Is that too much? And I don't know, cause I don't know if you guys remember it, but there was this old video game / TV show called Tak and the Power of Juju. And that one was interesting because apparently Tak is like a principle of Juju magic, which is an actual form of magic that exists, question mark. It was definitely a little
knowledge.
Well, no, but that's what I mean, where it's just like like, if you do know that knowledge, obviously it's like specific, right? Because, like, we talked about it before of, like, teachers, like, I don't need to talk about it again, but, like, teachers whose names just so happen to perfectly coincide with either their life or the subject that they teach, right? Like, I was watching an episode of Drawfee the other day, and one of them was talking about their favorite woodshop teacher, Mr. Woodward.
That's just amazing.
Right?
Because you don't normally get people like that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, that's great. I love that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So, I don't know. Like, Adrian, you're definitely right in the sense that there is a limit somewhere, but I don't know. I think the limit obviously changes depending on person to person, and for me in particular, that limit is very high.
So what do you think would be too on the nose if you have a limit?
You have to give me an example. I can't tell you what's too on the nose, because anything I come up with, I'm gonna be okay with, for the most part, you know? Like the only thing I can think of at the top of my head is, like, I might even be okay with that. Like if you had like a character in like an anime. Actually, wait, I talked about this with Lupin the Third, kinda, but I guess I'll just finish my thought. Of like if you had a character who was a Nazi and his name was like Adolf Reich. That might be a little too on the nose because it's like, okay. But then also, I'm also like, who cares? Like that's fine. I don't know. Does anybody else have any opinions on this? Yes, no.
I just joined.
It's just because I remember I used to do that all the time when I was a kid, but it would be really obvious Latin stuff. So I don't know. I just thought of it again because I'm back and have making characters for my D&D stuff. I named a character Koopy because Koopy, K-O-U-P-I, because it sounds kind of cool. Because I thought it would be a good name for a character whose thing is like inspired by the Ferryman of River Styx. I looked it up. Koopy is Greek for paddle, which was a coincidence.
Well,
I mean,
there you go.
that's pretty funny. I think as long as also it's not like if the entire world isn't just made of those characters and it's like super super obvious, I feel like it's better, right? Because like we said, just having like an odd. And all like a couple of characters that have like spot-on names and like a cast of like other like who don't. I think it's okay.
Like, what if Jotaro's name was fucking Stand User Purple Puncher?
That's not a name.
But like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like an example where like your characters.
I mean, you have characters like the Wanderer, right? Like that's just the character's name from the old Western. And it's like, that's his name and that's totally fine. It's extremely accurate to who he is as a character. Like, you could I'm significantly sure that like a lot of people would be offended by it, but I would be okay if you had a character like a Western protagonist whose name was just like Shooty McBang. I'd be like, yeah, that's Shooty.
That's really funny.
I guess it's the distinction between like the title and name thing again. So like, if Jotaro's name instead of being Jotaro Kujo or whatever, it's fucking High Schoolio the Strong. High Schoolio
the Strong. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
High
I also
Schoolio
want to say though, it also depends on like the type of the way you're trying to like storytell. I mean, I don't think this applies to you, right? But it's like, you know, it's like almost like fairy tale, like where you have more or less just the title of the characters and what they are, versus like them actually having like their own names.
Right.
And I would like to directly respond to something that Saba said earlier. Saba posited that you shouldn't have every character in your story have really specific names, and I say fuck that.
I said it makes it better. I said it makes it easier to digest.
Gonna say,
sorry, you said the opposite. Okay, sorry. I was focusing on like the item stuff, so I guess I heard the exact opposite. Because like one of my favorite things is like from Shira is that Bo, one of the main characters, fights with the bow, and his entire family, who we don't really get to see unfortunately over the course of the show, but like Lance fights with the lance, and then they had one more, right, Grant, that we heard?
I don't remember.
But yeah, there was like a few more siblings that he had where they were named after the weapons that they would eventually use in combat, which was hilarious, considering that their dads are just scholars and never wanted them to fight.
That seems like self-fulfilling prophecy, kind of.
Right, but clearly they were named at like the characters were created and named after their bow, and retroactively validating their name is perfect. I love it.
Do you think High Schoolio would feel a lot of pressure to go to high school?
No, he skips it.
He skips high school to go on a big adventure with a bunch of other magic users and their big muscular magic men.
Very true.
Does JoJo with the Jotaro take place during summer break or something, or is he fully skipping class?
He's fully skipping class.
Yeah, but I'll say he's definitely skipping class, right? But it's only for like a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, so wait a minute, I never thought of that before. So he puts himself in jail because he thinks he's being possessed by the devil. He then demonstrates this by trying to shoot himself in the head and failing. He then goes on a globe-trotting journey to defeat the vampire lord to save his mother's life. And then he just goes back to school and then goes to college.
Well, he goes to one day of school and then he meets Cockeween. And then they leave.
You're right! I forgot! So he does canonically go to school. That's so stupid. How did I never think of this before?
He becomes a great marine biologist.
And he goes to college. He becomes a marine biologist because
Did he get his fucking GED or something?
No, he graduates from high school, I would assume.
Have you ever seen his high school diploma? How do you know he doesn't have a GED?
I've never seen his master's or his I've never seen his master's in marine biology either. But
Maybe
I'm pretty sure he has one.
Maybe he just calls himself a marine biologist.
And no one questions him on it because he gives off such an intimidating aura.
He doesn't have any credentials whatsoever. He just calls himself that because he thinks it's a cool title.
That's really funny, actually.
JoJo is the biggest truant to ever exist in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Is that even true? What about Josuke?
Josuke goes to school a lot.
Yeah, I'm about to say he never skips. Wow, what a good student he is.
What a good
student. He doesn't go to school.
I know that because Josuke goes to school in the anime and he's constantly wearing a school uniform.
Yeah.
Well, Grant, was Giorno ever enrolled in school? Period.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm about to say that doesn't really count because you can't skip school if you were never there to begin with.
I was gonna say that's like deserting if you were never in the army.
Jolene is in jail, but she was like what? She was 16 when she got arrested, so
yeah.
So like she's not skipping school. She was removed from the system.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's why I think JoJo should be renamed High Schoolio.
High Schoolio McStrong what?
High Schoolio Strong Arm.
Oh, okay.
I changed it slightly to High Schoolio Mixed Strong Arm because it's pretty good. Like, I actually kind of want to write that down and name a character that eventually.
High Schoolio?
Yeah, High Schoolio Mixed Strong Arm, and he's just a delinquent. Don't tell me you wouldn't love that character.
I feel like I would be like, it's so dumb it's good, rather than being genuinely.
And that's what I'm saying. That's like my opinion on like 90% of these names. Like fucking Plague of Gripes, because I've been on a Plague of Gripes kick recently. He did a not fully animated. He did like an animatic for this old like Tumblr post, I guess, where it was just like people would respond to each other to like build this story, and they didn't, and the fucking idiots forgot to actually name their main character, and so Plague named him Big McLarge Huge, and I was like, that's so good. God. That's great. I love it. Hello, Grant. By the way, how was your day?
Hello.
You were kind of thrown into the fire.
Yeah. I spent the day at my brother's house, so that was fun.
Ooh. Also, Grant. Wait, no, sorry, you're not Lawrence. Never mind. I was about to say you evolved, but that's Lawrence, not you. Sorry.
Sad.
So now it's Grant's turn to do a conversation topic because I already threw my hat in the ring.
That is
true.
And
I feel like it was productive.
And Saba, actually, next up is Saba, because Saba needs to get more practice being engaged in the banter, and she's doing a very good job so far.
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Instagram, right, just looking for inspiration. And actually something like came up, and it was the interesting idea of you guys know that so if I were to ask you guys what is Cinderella's dress color, what is it? Let me know.
Like a light bluish.
So you would say blue, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's actually the original is
white.
No, the original is actually like a silver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But because of marketing, right? Disney pushed it to look blue because blue is more like identifiable, I guess, of a color. Like it's the associated color with that character. And I'm wondering, it's like, did they have to do that?
Sure, why
Like,
not?
but why not do silver? Why would you make it blue?
Because it's more recognizable.
More recognized.
I'm about to say, you kind of
silver's more
answered your own
legal.
question.
Well, it's true, but I'm also like thinking of like why is there a need to do that? Like why throw out the fact that her original dress was like silver? Like it's still iconic.
Who are you
But,
talking
like-
about again?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, right. It was... Yeah,
was silver.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I need to vouch for Disney, but like I would argue that of the decision to make it blue, they chose the silveriest blue they possibly could.
I was gonna say...
Well, here, let me take a picture of the original.
You know what? You know what my first instinct was, which is probably not correct, but it's a guess. In the Disney coloring books, you can't color a dress silver. You need to color it blue, but that's
You can
probably
try.
not it.
That's not bad actually, because there's no silver crayon. There's just gray.
And then that's already the paper, so... I don't know.
So,
Maybe
like,
to make it easier
dang,
for kids
so
to
it,
recreate and draw.
Okay, the dress is.
Because
So it's
that's...
actually really hard to tell. I can't agree with you that like they added like hints of. It obviously is like a.
It
Blue-tinted,
sparkles and stuff too.
But it's like it's clearly like more white-ish.
Right. I guess I will say...
It looks like a wedding
'cause
dress, yeah.
I remember from fucking Phineas and Ferb, one of the core design philosophies of Phineas and Ferb was make the character shapes easier to recreate for kids to draw, so maybe they're going for that, but with coloring, because blue is easier to color than white is.
That's true, but then it's like let's then go to like.
Could you imagine
And-
an
and, like,
all-white
and that makes
character
sense.
in a coloring book, and it's just like, all right, I'm done.
Exactly.
Did it.
Oh my god. So then like you have let's say like. And like I understand the idea of like like this is not complementary color. So like you have Ariel, right? And like normally Ariel's like okay. If I were to
Red
ask you
and
guys
green.
what is the so
Oh my
red
god.
and
Hey,
green,
get off there.
but no, I'm not asking you about complementary colors, Grant. What are the
Oh.
colors you associate with Ariel? Now I'm gonna ask.
Red and green.
Red and
Red
but
and
She has a
wouldn't you
green
also
tail.
actually
And
say
she has
purple?
green tail and red hair.
I
But also,
associate her
like,
with
maybe
flesh.
purple as well, right?
No, I don't really
Flesh
focus on her tits.
Great, good to know. I wasn't talking about that. But great.
I was gonna say,
Um,
what's purple?
It's the clamshell bra. Like that's the only
Yeah,
purple
then
on
you
her
said
entire
that, I was
character.
like, oh yes, right.
But now that you so now when I say like what color is her like dress?
She has a dress?
She has a dress?
Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, when
Yes,
she turns
yes.
human,
When
I guess.
when she's human, yeah.
I don't
Oh.
fucking remember what that dress is.
Isn't it pink?
Isn't it like pink?
Yeah, so it's pink, right? And actually for like Disney when they
Are
first
you gonna
started
tell me that the
marketing her-
original character had like a canonical dress color?
Yes.
No, Zach, you gotta let me finish. So it's like so they first started off by
Hans Christian Andersen did
Showing-
not think that far ahead.
Rising.
Are you sending a
So
picture?
like this idea of like doing okay. This is basically like what she looked like I think in like advertising. Right? So you start off and this is the dress she wore
What?
in like yeah,
That's what she looked like in advertising? Are
Yeah,
you-
towards like the beginning of like them doing like the whole Disney princess
Am I
line and
am
stuff.
I nuts? Did they
You're
not
nuts.
always just show her as a mermaid? Because that's what she is.
Well, no, like in advertising, like they have like the row of like princesses. No, she's like in her human form.
Really?
Besides the point.
Oh,
Okay.
that's fair. Like
I-
at Disneyland and shit.
How about I straight up have no recollection of what you're talking about, so I'm gonna take your word for it. But like I never really paid attention to it. I guess. Because like when I think of
If you
Ariel,
show like the Disney princesses lined up, like all of them or
Yeah.
whatever, then she's wearing the dress.
fair.
So-
I never thought about it. Because like whenever I think of Ariel, I always think of her on the rock.
Yeah.
It's
You
true,
know?
it's true. And like her mermaid design is great, right? But like for as her on two legs, right? This is the dress she wore. But as like you guys know, like talking about like once again, Disney with like their colors, right? But also I guess color theory in this
I mean,
instance.
is there
so, like,
another
pink and-
another princess that has a pink dress?
It's not really,
what's her
but
face? Aurora.
that's true. She is like pink/blue.
Yeah.
But I guess repeats are kind of fine. But like because of like as we were to say, like color theory, right? Pink and I guess red. They were like, it won't stand out as much as like her in a green dress. So what they did was they subtly started shifting her until like she finally, like, you see her now in advertising.
That's like seafoam green. That's actually really good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's like, but it's not, you know, like canon technically to like her original like design.
Saba posting, what happened? And it's just like it's just a character progression. Like
no, it's interesting.
Over the ages.
And actually,
whoever posted that was going mad. Like,
if you guys let me explain. Because I actually watched a video about like someone actually discussing like why they ended up shifting this to this like dress. Let me see if this is actually the same video. Oh,
like, I'm surprised that they didn't just do that to begin with, considering it just matches the color of her tail.
Oh, yeah, but it's also like complementary colors as well. And you know what?
Right,
I don't know. Because a lot of people, I guess you could say, because I think her pink dress is fine. I think she looks nice in it, regardless of like the video who she's like the pink washes her. I don't care. We're talking about like fashion.
Lawrence
at that
version
point.
1 is back. All right, yeah, sorry, keep on.
But it is undeniable that like, you know, red and green are like complementary and they stand out more against each other. In my mind though, it's like interesting. It's like, do people have to do that though?
Have
like, do you think
colors?
Well, obviously it's like, well, no, not have complementary colors, but like, would it have been an issue if they kept Ariel in the pink dress versus the green one?
Evidently, yes, because they changed it.
Well, that's the thing. That's
like they
because
didn't like
of,
I'm here to vouch.
Right?
I'm here to vouch and say that they definitely didn't just change her dress for the hell of it. They changed it because of like marketing, and so that way it would fit with like complementary colors and stuff like that. Like, yes. Just because the first design is the one that came out in the first movie does not mean that it's set in stone. They can just change it, you know?
I mean, of course they can just change it, but I'm wondering, like, and obviously maybe to a certain degree it is beneficial, but I'm wondering if, like, you know, leaving something alone or leaving it as original would have been fine too, like, per se, like you said, silver with, like, Cinderella. And obviously you already associate like green and red with her, so it's like it makes sense for her to like have a green dress, which is like, I guess they kind of failed on that mark and they gave her a pink dress in the movie. I was just like, why not make it green? And it's like, I don't have an issue with this, but it's just interesting to think about.
The shade of pink they went with at first. The shade of pink they went with at first is almost like the mid-tone between her hair and her skin, actually.
Blush dress.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's kind of just it's kind of blush dress, which is a weird sentence to say. But yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it's just I think the overall thing is that it's a bit weird to see like these kinds of things happen, with like the shifting and like associating colors for like marketing, even though like the original material is not that.
But they made the original material.
Yes, but at the same time, once you made one movie that's the original movie, you can't go back and change the original movie and say, ta-da, it's still the original.
Or can they?
I
don't know, Saba. Maybe this is a really good chance for me to actually pick your brain a little bit, because this is like, we've had this discussion a few times of you, like, I don't want to get rid of the escape orb, of you being like a staunch defender of like things being not like being consistent over time, you know, like not wanting to change things for the sake of just changing things. But I think there is a fallacy in there somewhere, which I wouldn't know the name of just the idea of like, I don't think that they're like, even me, who is like anti-corporate guy extraordinaire, I understand that Ariel, this particular version of Ariel being their intellectual property, them wanting to change it to be more marketable. Like, that makes sense.
No, I get it. I think she looks really nice, and like it makes sense to me, like color theory wise.
No, right, but then why?
Just saying
but
this
then why is
phenomenon
the? But then why is the question? Why do it then? Because then you just answered your own question.
No, and
So like,
as I
is there
think
a different question that's actually in here, or is it just this?
Well, it's more like I just wanted to bring up this like.
I never knew this, by the way, so this is really interesting.
As an interesting phenomenon that happens. Whether or not like Ariel, I think makes sense because of like the colors itself, but like it like having her like because her dress, like Cinderella's dress, is not blue, but like if you were to ask people now, because of how they market her now, people actually inherently have like forgotten what her original dress color looks like, and they will say blue.
Does that matter?
I think Grant. I don't know if it particularly matters, but it's weird.
I mean, it's an interesting phenomenon, the idea of it like shifting over time. But that being said, that's because Cinderella was popularized globally by Disney, right?
Disney is gaslighting the youth to get into fight with the millennials before them about what color Cinderella's dress was.
I don't know. Like you could say that for almost any Disney property, right? Of like, how old was the Ice Queen from the original Hans Christian Andersen book that Frozen was based on?
Shrek is fucking.
Because like they did this, and I can.
The original Shrek.
Shut up about original Shrek.
Original Shrek's so good.
Like they did the same thing kind of with like Belle as well. Here, let me drag this. Where technically her dress is not yellow, it's gold.
What?
All right, because yeah, it's actually more gold. Like this is as the marketing thing right here. So this is like them marketing it, right? So it's in like the book, like the movie. It's supposed to be gold, right? But maybe as you said, Zach, like or it was either Grant or Zach.
I think it was Adrian.
They're like silver and or even Adrian. I don't even know who said it anymore. But like silver and like gold are like harder, maybe harder like colors for like kids to like.
Well, I mean, it's like
understand.
when they were making the movie, it was a 2D medium that they had like more or less just like Technicolor at their disposal. It's really difficult to show metallic surfaces unless they're literally made of metal, you know? Because having to recreate Adrian.
What I want to know is where they put Shrek's laser vision.
True.
His microwave vision.
Oh, I ran out of stuff to.
His ability to microwave things with his eyes.
I'm gonna say original because I can show you guys kind of.
Like I'm almost wondering in the 3D remakes, because did they do a 3D Cinderella yet?
No.
Wait, a what Cinderella?
Did they do sorry, not 3D, live action
Cinderella? Yeah, they did a live action
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
They did.
They did? Because I know they did Beauty and the Beast, but they did do a Cinderella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I show you that?
So what I'm wondering is that if her original dress is supposed to be gold and then Cinderella's original dress is supposed to be silver, I wonder if in the live action they made them look more metallic.
No, it's completely blue.
Oh god, I remember that. Shit.
And there you go. That's what we mean with like the marketing.
Well, that's in the marketing. What did it look like in the movie? I guess the marketing is what we're talking about, so it is very blue.
Okay,
yeah.
I got the pick for you.
Yeah, that's
still pretty blue.
Well, it's like a silver blue. It's definitely less like intensely blue than the marketing was, but the fact that for the marketing they chose to make it blue does make sense, I guess. But once again, like, I don't know. A princess who's in a gray dress might not necessarily be the most marketable thing.
But it
is
like
silver.
Very blue. It is like very blue.
Dude, that's blue as fuck.
It is like I said, it's very blue.
That is blue as shit, dude. Look at that.
But yeah. So that's why also it like Belle's live action dress, not only do I hate the movie entirely, but Belle's live action dress is also disgraceful because it's just yellow.
It's not even shiny?
It's got decal that's a little bit shiny, but it's honestly disgraceful.
Decal? It's got freaking stickers?
Yeah, they got like Xfinity to do it, AT&T. Yeah, they got sponsors.
Dude, imagine a princess's dress where it's just, that's just like yellow fabric.
But look, do you see like the little decal print gold stuff on it?
I mean, kinda.
Like, this is disgraceful. Like, what?
Disgraceful?
Yeah. This
disgraceful. Kill them for it.
Kill. Because actually, I think Emma Watson had a little bit of a say in this dress, and I'm like, she had no.
She did not say enough.
She had no understanding.
She did not say enough. That's really funny.
This goes back to the understanding of like corsetry. Like she literally was like, I do not want a corset in this dress, even though like the rest of the a lot of like the outfits were like historically accurate. So it just made things a lot worse.
So?
And also just.
So you're saying well, okay, listen, hold up. I'm gonna push back on this a little bit. So just because the rest of the cast was wearing historically accurate dress means that she should wear a corset?
Do you not understand the argument for her? She basically the reason why she's like, I don't want
I know because we've talked about this, but we've talked about this before about like how corsets have been vilified when in actuality corsets were a lot more subtle and not necessarily as bad. But it's still her choice to say no.
Yes, but do you understand what a corset does for a dress?
Yes, we talked about it extensively over the pathless.
Not support, but like the look of it and like the shape of a dress.
I mean, that's fantastic, but that still doesn't mean that she should be forced to wear a corset, though.
I mean, she shouldn't be forced to wear a corset, of course, but for her to say, like, the reason for why she doesn't want to do it is
because,
real dog?
Like...
Is that a real dog?
Well, once again, is this like a picture you took, or is this something you just found on the internet?
That's my brother's dog.
Nice. It's a good-looking dog.
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, getting too heated.
Sorry.
You're right. I have to calm down. Zach, just know that the dress would have looked a lot better if it did have a corset.
Or it could have looked a lot better if they didn't make it look like shit.
That's also true, but also because lack of corset also
I don't
equals your
think putting Emma Watson in a corset would have saved this look.
It wouldn't have, you're right, but also one of the reasons why it also looks even worse than just bad is because lack of corset. Or stays, or whatever, just anything that had structural support.
I think she should have cut her hair bald, so that way it could accentuate the dress more.
Okay.
I think it would have made it look better.
You know what I think would have really brought out her eyes? A sword.
You know what I really think would have made her eyes pop? A needle.
Oh my god.
That's such a horrible sentence. Oh, that's so good.
Also, I just finished feeding my dogs.
I got it.
Okay.
I finished.
That's why I was quiet.
And Saba, don't misunderstand, by the way. Like, the only reason I push back against that a little bit is because, like, I get it, but it is still her choice. But that being said, her choice might be made based on, like, false pretenses.
The choice is dumb. It's ill-informed, dumb choice. There, I said it.
Okay.
Dude, Disney's so progressive. They're letting their millionaire actors speak out and contribute to their acting roles.
Even when
they're
they're
so
wrong.
Progressive. They have their first gay character.
Yeah, and she murdered puppies because her mom was murdered by a puppy.
No, the other first gay character.
Oh, the Cyclops that's on screen for 2 seconds.
No, the other first
also
gay
a cop.
character.
Oh, the idiot. The guy whose name in French literally means fool.
Le fou.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Disney. Yeah.
Oh, Disney. It's that one meme where it's like, Ultralord, like, Sheen, that's the 4th time in a row you've showed Ultralord for show and tell.
It's the 4th time you showed a first gay character.
But listen, there was the first live-action gay character, then the CG character, and then the first 2D character. They're different!
Oh, God.
There's the first character, A.
Wait, is that the first ASCII, actually?
That's the first character of the, like, Latin alphabet, yeah.
I'm thinking about like the ASCII chart. I think lowercase a might be 0, so I think Grant might be right.
Either way. Something else I can bring up real fast is
great.
while I was hanging around.
Oh no.
You wanted her to do this.
No, I know, and then I forget how I forget.
this.
I forget because like the thing that I forget is that Saba gets so passionate about things, and I really enjoy it when she does. And I just need to remember to mentally prepare myself for the times that she does, because it's not I'm not disparaged by like her getting passionate about these topics. It's that I didn't mentally prepare myself for any of these. She's like I'm driving down the road and Saba is like a bull moose who runs out of the forest and goes, "But did you know about corsets?" And I'm like, ah.
But like you were also went on the trip specifically looking for bull mooses.
No, but I wanted to see them. I didn't want them to be in front of my car. Anyway, please continue, Saba.
Anywho, I was with my friend and we were like chilling out and listening to music when like the artist Tile Cruz, basically anything, mostly Tile Cruz, anything.
Nice.
It like came up and I was like, dang, I remember the days of Tile Cruz. It's still really good songs. And I miss it. That's all I wanted to say. Tile Cruz is pretty cool.
Ooh.
What happened to him?
I
Where
don't
is he?
know.
When the world needed him most, he vanished.
He wore a corset
Adrian,
and died.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, him.
So
Whereas-
actually, I do wanna touch just upon the corset thing one more time, because Saba, since you seem to be like very well versed in the topic, do you think that the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie has contributed more to the vilification of corsets than like anything else?
Probably. I will actually say yes to that. Actually, I will say yes.
Actually.
I know. I just said the word twice.
Yeah,
No, but
Actually,
once again, this is evidence of Saba being like, dude, fucking corsets! You don't get it!
Yes. Yes.
What's-
Why are all the
Saba,
Disney
I'm not an
princesses
expert.
so fat?
Saba.
I'm not an expert, but yes, that is a thing.
Saba, if you care so much about corsets, what's your opinion on girdles?
What is the?
Who?
Because I
On
don't know too
girls?
much about
On girdles.
No, I know.
What
But I
about
know, like,
what about
like
garter belts?
Well, girdles are a bit different though. Like I know some people. It's basically kind of the same thing though, Adrian. It's just a different form of like support under support.
Yeah, but girdles extend farther than corsets do usually.
Yes, and
So
does
they're different.
Does its function change?
You have to have a different opinion because they're different things, or else it's not in content.
Luckily, no one knows anything about
Else it's
girdles,
not
Adrian. So,
content.
unfortunately, no one knows much about girdles. No one brings it up.
They're lost to the
Unfortunately-
ages. The one has been seen in centuries. No one knows anything about them.
Yeah, no one knows much about girdles. It's
Girdle
all
hunter.
corsets.
Oh,
Corsets are-
Pog, dude!
Ice
Yeah.
beam.
There we go.
Hey, I think I
there's
can
my-
learn that.
Wait, should I give you Ice Beam instead of Lawrence, who has Ice Fang?
No, I can't learn ice
Oh
beam,
wait,
but
Zach,
it would be
did
funny.
you got what is it? Dragon something?
No, we ended up not buying it.
Oh, okay.
Bad
Because I was
dragon?
like, I wonder.
It
I
was
wanted to
it
see
was
if you could,
Grant.
use it.
Is that what
What
you
about
got?
him?
Congratulations.
Yay.
Ugh. So I'm not gonna lie. And also, Grant, because remember the other day I told you like, man, I've been listening to like Hat in Time music, and I'm gonna have like a dream about Hat in Time 2.
I thought you said
yeah.
hentai.
Hentai 2. Hentai 2.
Hentai music.
If
Hentai
hentai is so
music?
good, why is
Hentai
there no
music.
hentai too?
Very specific type of music.
So as Saba is already aware, and I'm not gonna go over it here, like the night after I told you that, I just went like right before bed, I just stayed up until like 2 a.m. just pounding out this gigantic document that was just like a basic story like premise, like intro, outro, and middle bit of like what Hat in Time 2 would be, and it was a ton of fun to write, and according to Lawrence it was pretty good, so I'm like really glad about that. And then I was like, oh, I should send this to Grant, but then I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait a minute, he didn't actually play the first game yet, and this has spoilers,
No.
so I should not send this to him. So,
I appreciate that.
you're welcome. I would like to share it with you one day, but Yeah.
Watch the VOD.
I still need to buy
Grant.
it.
Watch the VOD or play the game.
Actually,
Do it
Grant,
now.
you have Parsec. We could just play it.
Do it
Ooh.
now.
I've also just been. I have like. I have to check if it's on sale because I've been wanting to buy it and have it for myself forever.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
Especially
no.
with the second DLC. Not the first one though. The first one is probably the worst level in the whole game. I hate the cruise ship so much.
Oh, I agree. That was a horrible nightmare.
Oh god, you remember when we had to do like all the different tasks and every task you did like stacked up another box? And then it was like me and Lawrence
you were being sussed.
Shut up. and then Lawrence and I were like desperately trying to complete as many things as we could. And then we just kept dropping shit and it was like, god damn it, I don't want to do this again, please. Oh wait. Did I just go through 6? Yes!
Oh,
Lawrence
once again, another
V1 is
Instagram
back.
post has prompted another question from me. Like, what is your guys' opinion on like ballroom dancing?
Ballroom dancing?
Like, if you guys think it's a worthwhile activity for like, let's say, to like learn.
It's a worthwhile activity for fucking vampires.
Like,
all right, I'm not gonna
just,
disagree,
like, waltz, but like tango and like all that stuff.
Oh,
It's like the ballroom
I only
dancing.
learned how to waltz.
I mean,
Shit!
Not good enough, Grant.
you
Now
pathetic,
your
you
dream
pathetic
partner will
bastard.
never find you
No!
because you didn't learn how to do this antiquated dance.
I'm
I
not,
don't know.
I
If
was
people
about to
want
say
to, it's fine.
yeah, that's
fun.
exactly my response of like, I mean, it's cool. Like people,
do you think it's
people
difficult?
having. That's
If
not even
it's
the
difficult?
That's not even the same question.
I know, but also on top of the first question, do you think it would be difficult?
Probably anything that involves
Depending
a
on the
lot of
person.
anything that involves like a lot of specific physical movement is probably going to be pretty difficult, especially if you have to remember how to do shit.
I'm glad you just don't inherently look down on it. Okay, that's good.
What the
No,
hell?
it's valid dancing.
A
What?
valid form of dancing.
Wait a minute. No, I'm just joking. All right.
I don't know. I'm pretty disparaging of those vampires all ballroom dancing and then biting your neck when they dip you.
True.
It is pretty upsetting when that
It's happened to me
happens.
like 4 times last week, and I'm sick of it.
Man, you
It
gotta
is-
stop
it
going
is-
to the people with the big long capes.
It's true,
But they're
they're
so
cool.
hot.
Anyway,
Oh God!
Okay.
You know
Adrian's a
how there's
thrall
been
now.
that there's been that recent renaissance that I
Yeah.
really hope continues of putting hot women in sharp like tuxedo clothes, like just putting them in sharp clothes, and it's like, damn, that's great. Could you imagine if you just saw a hot woman in a tux, like a regal tux with a fucking flowing cape? I'd be like, oh my!
Please.
I'd be like, oh my
cool.
God, she's our next president.
what if she also had a sword?
What kind of sword? Is it like a big thick sword or is it like a long rapier? Because I'm here to
Like
say
in Wonder
She's
Woman.
dual wielding.
she's
it's
dual
both.
wielding. She's specced into it like Kirito.
She's dual wielding is both swords. It's both. She one of her swords is very thin and
Oh.
graceful. The other one's giant and
Oh my God.
powerful.
That is
Oh my god.
possibly one of the best aesthetics I've heard of in a very long time.
This is one of the fattest squirrels I've
and
seen.
unfortunately, in my mind, I cannot decide whether or not I would want her to have freckles.
Squeeze this.
Probably not. Yeah,
Her to have what?
I'm gonna be eating
freckles.
now. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little
Oh.
bit. My food just arrived.
All right.
Now that I bring up ballroom dancing, it does remind me of being in middle school and them trying to teach us dancing and how how awkward everyone was.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like I actually enjoyed doing it, but you know, it's hard to like do it, like learn and seriously try to practice dancing when it's a partner. Like you have to have a partner and the other partner's just
You
awkward
can't
as
really
heck.
do it
You can't do it
alone.
alone. Yeah, that makes a lot. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
Unless you have the age-old mop.
Mop. Like we were they taught us like line dancing, and like line dancing, like anything, I think if you actually try to like take seriously and have fun with it, can be very fun. But like I said, you know, middle schoolers, they're just awkward. and they don't like having fun, I guess, because it's like line dancing. It's it's pathetic.
Those middle schoolers at that school I went to were really awkward until the teacher told me, "Hey, who are you? Get out of here."
Oh my god.
What are you doing with our kids? Get out of here, creep. I just wanted to practice my ballroom dancing, and I don't know why they were so strange.
What do you mean I'm not allowed to stack the children on top of each other so that way I can reach?
Did you guys have to end up doing that, by the way?
Learn dancing in school? No.
Which one? What type? Grant.
Which
How
one?
Many?
What type? What
How many?
genre?
Break
What flavor?
it down by footsteps and
By
the types
footsteps.
of movements. Yeah.
We learned waltz, and then
We had to learn line dancing.
no,
Am I the only one
Line
who didn't
dance?
have to learn how to dance in school?
you're also the only one who didn't go to middle school in California, so
Fair,
is that a
actually.
Californian thing?
That might be a Californian thing.
I don't know. That's weird. That'd be weird.
Did you
I
guys?
think, like,
did
the-
you guys take like 5 years of Spanish?
Oh, since I took some in middle
some
school, I
schools-
only had to take like 2.
I took a year and a half of American Sign Language. That's it.
I never took Spanish.
Okay, maybe
What
that's a
other
new
language
one
did you take?
What language did I
French?
take?
Did you take French?
No, I took Japanese.
Aw, that's lucky. I wish I had that opportunity, but I was sucked in to Spanish. Not that there's anything wrong with
Konnichiwa,
Spanish.
Grant.
Konnichiwa, sir.
Whoa. I mean,
Oh,
Spanish is
konnichiwa.
way more useful.
Oh, I know
No.
absolutely no Spanish.
Well.
I like used it once effectively, some kind of, but then my brain proceeded to then forget it. All of
Like,
it.
It'd be like that.
it like, because I know exactly, I remember very vividly what was going through my mind when I was young, and we had like 5 years of like every year we had a Spanish class that was like 3 times a week for 5 years, you know what I mean? And it wasn't, and I acknowledged, I was like, this might be really useful, because like learning another language might be useful, but I hated the curriculum because it was all about memorizing shit instead of like understanding how the language worked. And my memory has been shit forever. So like the thing was that you could not fail the class. It was impossible to fail. No matter what.
No matter how hard I tried.
Yes. But no matter what, you always got a C on everything. So eventually I was just like, because it was really annoying. I remember like in year 2, because year 1 I was just like, whatever, who cares about Spanish, right? And then in year 2 I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. And it was like a vocabulary quiz of like, learn all of these, words in Spanish. And I was like, okay, let me try this. And I couldn't get any of them. I fucking bombed that test. And then I just got really discouraged. So I just stopped paying attention. And you know how that stuff is, because it wasn't just 5 years of learning the same thing. It was 5 years that built on each other. So like every year over year, I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna,
Right.
who cares? But yeah,
I'm already behind.
in retrospect, I wish I did learn Spanish, because that would be a really excellent second language to have. But that being said, literally everybody who went to my middle school had always said the same thing of like, none of them learned any Spanish from any of these classes. So I'm probably going to assume that the classes were just really ineffective.
Most likely. Sounds like it at least.
Swinging back to the ballroom dancing real quick, but well, not ballroom dancing, but just like dancing in general. I did mention before, like a long while ago, that I never actually went to prom because of the experience I had at the Harvest Dance earlier that year. At the Harvest Dance, we went, and I thought I was having like a wonderful time. Obviously, I didn't know how to dance or anything like that. But I was just having like a fun time hanging out with friends for the most part. And then towards the end of the night, the DJ puts on like a slow song and you're supposed to dance with your date or whatever. But me and like 2 of my friends didn't we didn't have any dates. So we were all just kind of like standing there awkwardly, like off to the side of the dance floor for a second. And then me, being the lovable joker that I was, turned to my friend, grabbed one of his hands and started like doing a really bad, like just back and forth waltz with him. And I thought it was the most hilarious shit in the world, as did a few of the other people who were hanging out near us. He thought it was horrible and he punched me in the shoulder. So, yeah. So, sorry, Peter.
Sounds like you didn't get consent.
That was Peter?
It was a different Peter, but...
Oh.
Yeah. I'm about to say, that was the Peter that I talk about relatively frequently. He was from the Murdoch. This was a different middle school. This was the Butler. Yeah.
Gotcha. Butler.
I remember having
not middle
bands.
school, high school.
My friend to this day, because they taught us like a Hawaiian kind of dance.
Nice.
And every single time I do any like little bit of it, like, because it was more like a funny thing. Like I always used to annoy her by doing like the beginning part of it, and she always used to be like, "No, don't bring that back up again.
Ooh,
I don't want to
Irontail.
think about it." And every single time I do, she just gets incredibly mad, being like, "I'm gonna kill you," and I'm like, it's just hilarious for me.
Nice.
Oh, we do a little bit of trolling. We do a
little bit of trolling. Reminds me that, I mean, obviously, due to COVID, it hasn't happened, but almost every year I've attended an Obonodori festival, which is, a Japanese dancing festival to honor the dead. And because one of who's actually Carrie's aunt, she was one of the teachers to one of the schools that I went to, and so she taught the rest of the class, and they hated it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
was that, but
not to make a comment on like tradition or whatever, but if I was a dead guy and I was able to perceive like the living world, I'd be really pissed I would be really pissed if you were doing a festival to honor the dead and you were like moving around and dancing and shit, and I'm like, listen, I get it, you have vitality and I'm a skeleton in the ground, all right, just get over yourself.
I mean, there's a very different view of death.
No, I know, I just really like the idea of me being a crotchety old ghost being like, all right, I get it. You can move freely and I am trapped to this tomb.
Dance.
Stop.
And the dances are always very fun. I still enjoy them.
Sounds exciting.
Sounds exciting. How many letters are in the word yellow?
That was cool.
That seems hella exciting and kind of warm.
Yeah. I mean, they're always at night. Usually, they're always in the evening.
Oh, okay. That makes things better.
It was still rather warm.
The only time I've ever had an opportunity to go to a luau, I turned it down to lose my virginity instead.
I mean...
Every time? How many times?
One time.
That's true. This thing every time.
But I think that's a pretty fair bargain.
I
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know how luau is, so I can't.
It was a good time, and if I went to the luau, I'd
deny.
have to be stoked with my
You know
mom
what
and
else?
brother
You know what
and
else is a
like-
good time? A luau.
I'm not a food person.
You know
No,
what else
you're
is
a
good
human
time?
person.
Sleeping.
Correct. I'm not a fucking Adventure Time like gumball man.
Why not?
I don't know.
No, why not is the character in the game.
Oh no, Grant!
Oh no.
I don't know.
Oh, Grant.
I wake up and I ask myself every single day in the morning, why aren't I a food person?
Why am I not a food person? Grant, I wanted to inform you, no spoilers by the way, because I know it's eventually going to come to Netflix, but I watched the first 3 episodes of the new season of Miraculous. And I unfortunately will not be watching any more for a while, because the most recent episode that came out is episode 6, and it's wholly in French. There's not even any subtitles. Episodes 5 and 4 have subtitles, and then episodes 1, 2, and 3 are dubbed. So clearly they're like producing it over time, like as it's being released.
They're working on it.
But I am here to say, so there's 2 things. I don't think it's a spoiler. I think they literally just got a different person to sing the song. But you know how like in the original Miraculous opening, the theme song was sung by like a person who sounded like Marinette?
I think it actually was Christina V.
Oh, so it was, okay, so never mind. So that's actually even better, because the the new theme, so it's the same theme, but it's sung by like a woman. And I was like,
It could just be the French version too, well, no.
Well, no, it was after the dub, so like they would have swapped it out if it was necessary. But it's like, I don't know. There's implications to that for the end of the season, and I'm like, I don't think this is the final season. I'm pretty sure that they have another season coming up after this. But and then there's been a very big. Well, I say very big. I only watched 3 episodes of the 6 that are out, but the overall theme for this season so far has been secrets and revealing or hiding them. And so, like, episode 1 and 2 are about Marinette and Adrian, like, hiding their secrets and their secret identities from, like, the people who are closest to them and the turmoil that comes from that. And then episode 3, shit hits the fan, and I'm like, wow. I really wish I could watch episode 4 without having to read it.
Balls to do something.
Oh, well, God, yeah, after like so many seasons, you're like, great.
Well, because like the thing, I remember defending Miraculous a little bit, where it's just like, yeah, they kind of do the thing where they're like stringing the story along by like a lot, but they do keep introducing new elements to like the relationships and stuff like that. Because like if Marinette could just get off her fucking clumsy ass and finally admit to Adrian that she like loves him, we could cut through like 90% of this shit.
Also, yes. But there's also a progression of like her as like Ladybug actually like liking Cat Noir more and more versus like the beginning she was like,
really annoyed with him. Yes. Yeah. and now she's like warming up.
Now she's like very affectionate with him, I think.
Well, she's not very affectionate. I mean, I can tell you for a fact
she's more affectionate.
She's more affectionate because I can tell you for a fact in one of the episodes that I watched, there's like a moment where they're forced to like talk to each other in a way where they're not allowed to lie, and she says a lot of stuff, and it's very nice and it's very sweet. But and it's like, I don't know, man. The show is so weird because it's like, it's all the same shit, like every time, but every time I'm like, dude, fucking Pog. This is so high.
I wish I didn't share a name with that character.
AG? Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna take forever.
I don't like that show. It's...
I had a fun time with it.
It can be
repetitive.
Yeah.
The cringe.
But it's like I can't handle cringe, period, right? Like if you send me a cringe compilation, I'm out at second 5. But it's like, there's something about Miraculous where like when Marinette is fumbling around and she's just being really awkward for whatever reason, or like any character, I'm like, that's fine. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I really like the show.
Her awkwardness though around Adrian is a bit
lot.
It's a bit much.
In the in one of the episodes, because like I said, in the more recent episodes, it's all about like secrets and the truth and stuff like that. There's a part where she's like vigorously texting somebody, and Adrian like goes like, "Hi, Marinette," and she just goes, "Ah!" and she throws her phone into the river. And I'm like, listen, you need to calm down.
You need to chill.
I'm gonna dip. See y'all later.
All right, bye, Adrian. Have fun with your D&D thing.
Farewell.
Have fun. And then there were 3.
There were 3 again.
I'm gonna have to check.
Oh, I had no more. Oh my god, I had no more prize tickets. Thank God. All right. That being said, I do have to recycle a bunch of shit now because I just got a bunch of new items. Man, this is well, I mean, we did do some missions therein, like we got a Thunderstone and a Link box, and we evolved Adrian and Lawrence, but this stream has primarily been item management.
Okay, I've provided so much banter, I'm tired of banter.
Unfortunately, the stream doesn't end just because you're tired. No, but I'm about to say thank you very much. These were very good topics.
Yeah.
See, you're right. I think I get into it vigorously and then I get tired and I'm just like, no, I don't know what to talk about.
Shit, I can probably do 2.
Vigorous. Vigorously. You can't make me shut up when it comes to
what
stuff
did you just say?
What?
Can't.
Oh my god. Saba!
I don't even know what you heard by this point, but
Manners,
apparently
Jesus
Grant
Christ.
heard correctly.
Can't. Because I heard it, then thought about it for a sec, and I was like, okay.
Because you were doing a silly accent, Saba, you said the C word.
Oh God. Oh no.
So that's on video forever.
Well, that's it was can't.
Hey, Saba, I forget.
don't know what to say.
Did we have the conversation yet of whether or not it would be really bad if I put the MILFed clip in the eventual Pathless video?
No, I would feel very embarrassed though.
All right, I do remember us having this conversation where, like, if I didn't remember, I would have just asked you again anyway. But yeah, I won't do it for the sake of your mental, your mental.
That was bad.
God, it was so funny.
Glad you enjoyed it.
About to catch that.
Oh, by the way, Grant, will you be stopping by for stream tomorrow as well?
Perhaps.
We would love to have you reprise your role as Alphonse, because we're...
Oh, you're doing Owlboy.
Yeah, we should finish it tomorrow. I'm trying to think, where did we leave off? Didn't we leave off right after Advent exploded?
No, we did a little couple of stuff. Like, we're preparing to go to,
Stratos, right, yeah.
Yes. But I'm hoping we can also, like, go back and, like, catch the coins and, like, do extra stuff.
So we're definitely gonna get all the Bogwins, and we're definitely gonna get all the coins because there's actual content there. But there's other collectibles that literally don't do anything, and those are the ones where I'm gonna be like, all right, maybe we need to like cut on these ones a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just had like a.
And then there's there's not even like a secret ending to the game, which I know that the game took 7 years to make, but I'm like, oh please, I want the secret. I want there to be a secret ending.
No, it's interesting. Like you were talking about like the Bogwin, and you're like, we're already more than halfway through the game.
And you haven't found one. Yeah.
Oh my God, where are these guys?
Some of them like appear after story missions, but they tell you. Like, don't worry, the game will tell you like the general vicinity of where the Bogwins are, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, good to know.
All right, no one can learn this.
Bogwin, more like Pogwin, am I right?
Pogwin!
Oh, I will be honest, I will probably have forgotten most of their voices when we play.
You know what? I didn't think of that.
I know
me too.
Getty's voice.
Well, that's because it's just Lawrence doing his squeaky voice, so it's not that hard.
Yeah, that's not, but it's also memorable for some reason.
God, what were the voices that we did? Because didn't I have it? What was the character I did?
I don't even know anymore.
I don't even remember. Well, we'll probably remember in the moment, right? But, you know what? I'll take I'll watch the VOD. But before stream tomorrow, I'll chill out for a bit and be like, oh,
so much yelling.
What?
Oh, because I know for like a lot of those characters, I was a lot louder.
Well, you were doing Buccaneery.
Yeah, she was like, oh my gosh.
Now, please. Yes, ma'am. Oh shit, I tripped and broke my nose. Get up! Give him the hat! But ma'am, I'm bleeding. Oh no.
Too bad.
But ma'am, I'm dead.
But ma'am, I'm dead.
But ma'am, I think I'm gonna die.
So
I gotta remember for the Bogwin, I have to do
unless you do the job.
For the Bogwins, I have to remember that I have to do my like young boy voice, like my youngest boy voice, as opposed to the squeaky voice that I ended up doing eventually, because the squeaky voice is not great to listen to. All right, guess what, everybody? We finally made it.
Yeah.
We're never gonna make it. We made it.
We did it. You did.
Oh my God. All right. So now Lawrence is also our artillery because he has the ability. He has 2 long-range abilities. All right, so this one's for me, and we finally got Iron Tail. So what are we replacing for Iron Tail? Probably Thunder Shock.
Iron fail.
But Thundershock is 17.
Yeah, I know, but
Versus
like
10.
Thunderbolt is an AoE and it's really useful. All right, we got Rock Climb.
Cool.
Is Rock Climb better than Rock Slide? Probably, right?
One is where you climb a rock, the other is
Ooh.
where you go down the rock.
Dude,
Holy
that's so good.
crap.
That's 6 stars. Rock Climb's gonna be like 3.
Let's rock climb.
It's 5.
Well,
Well, it
Rock
must do
Slide's still better.
something. Inflicts damage on the target. It may also inflict the target with confused. That's really useful, actually. He does have a Brick Break, Focus Blast, and Flame Thrower though. So I think it's okay. Having somebody in our team that can do any status effects would be really nice.
Now it's your turn, Grant, for banter ideas.
True. We have like an hour.
Talk, ask
Yeah, we do.
questions. Zach will tell you literally anything.
Excuse you?
Zach, what's your address?
Oh God, I'm gonna
You're a
deafen.
witness now.
I'll deafen. Don't think I won't.
No, but I was gonna ask. You know what I really enjoy is kind of not strange, but just kind of unique sports that actually have a really big scene. For example, the other day I found out about I think it's called like the World Chase Tag Association or something.
Oh yes, I've seen this. It's so good.
It's intense.
Yeah. So I'm about to say, I would do it, but unfortunately, I'm obviously playing the game. You should like loosely talk about it, just in general, while finding a like GIF, so that way Saba can see. Cause holy shit, I want to make that into a video game. Like imagine like Assassin's Creed style like parkour running, but you actually have to do like inputs for direction and jumping and vaulting and stuff. That'd be sick.
It'd be really cool, but have you heard of this, Saba?
I don't think so, but it does seem kind of legit. Like you know when they call Ultimate Frisbee, you know it sounds like it's fake.
Hey, you know the guy who,
What is-
who helped invented you know the guy who helped invent Ultimate Frisbee was a teacher at our school. Did you know that?
Impressive.
Ooh.
Fuck, I don't remember his name. It was when I was taking it was like first year. Terrence was in his class too. Speaking of Terrence, but Terrence was in his class too. He might remember the name, but he was like this old guy, and he still taught there. He still taught at the school. It's just like he didn't teach on some semesters when they moved to trimester. But yeah, he was one of the original like 6 guys who invented the sport of Ultimate Frisbee.
That's intense, and I love Ultimate Frisbee. That's super cool. But anyways, it's basically a 1v1 where people are, and they're comprised of teams. People are basically put in a very small arena that's filled with just like essentially like monkey bars and shit, like all types of terrain, and it's just kind of parkour as one person tries to tag the other within a certain I think it's 20 seconds.
Wow,
So,
20 seconds.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's kind of like a small area and they're moving fast. Hold on, I'll share this
I'm
video.
also subsequently reminded of being in middle school and they made us do field hockey.
That sounds awesome.
We were just on like blacktop and like we were in like regular shoes and then they had, you know, hockey pucks that went on blacktop and yeah.
Sabi, you should
Isn't it?
definitely check out that video real quick though.
I'm looking.
It's
Give me a
super
sec.
cool as they just like fucking, you know, vault through all this these obstacles and stuff.
I mean, this seems like fun because it's basically like the ultimate cat and mouse game.
Basically.
Hey.
And so like if they can't do it, then the chasee like, you know, stays in and the chaser like swaps out for another person on their team, or if they tag them, the chasee swaps out for another person on the team, and they basically go through this, and it's really cool. It's just like, and apparently has like a really big following or something.
It's a sick sport. It's so good.
It's sick, and I'm like, why is this not getting like more, or at least why am I just finding out about this now? Because it's super impressive, just the way they do, because it's just like parkour and free running.
Dude, just look up weird sports that actually exist. I'm sure you'll find some fascinating.
Have you heard of the world or those slapping competitions?
Oh, I hate those ones though.
People
like break each other's jaws, dude.
Yeah.
That feels that feels more like just pain, like you're inflicting pain.
Yeah.
Versus
Well, that's the
actually
idea.
like it's almost like obviously like MMA is like a thing and boxing is a thing, but like
Yeah.
it feels different. Like like, to be honest, MMA and boxing also just inflict pain. I don't know what to feel about them, but
MMA is weird because MMA is literally just a sport where they're like, all right, listen, we got a lot of people in the world who really just want to fucking viciously beat each other to a pulp, but doing that is normally illegal. So let's regulate it and people will watch. Because the thing is, I will admit, MMA is crazy impressive, but it is really just beating the shit out of each other. Like, even boxing...
Yeah.
Like, boxing is weird to me, because boxing feels more like a game. Like, because sports are just games, right? Like, boxing feels more like a game because you have, like, the mitts, and you have, like... Yeah, I know MMA also has rounds and stuff like that, but you have like a lot of really stringent rules. It feels like something that like kids could organically invent at the playground, you know? The idea of like, all right, you can only punch, and when I say stop, you have to stop, you know? Like, that makes sense. But then MMA is like, all right, I'm gonna fucking hook your leg and then slam your head into the ground, and I'm just gonna elbow you in the chest over and over. It's like, oh my god, please.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Did you know the original green? Did you know the original Green Power Ranger, Jason David Frank, who became the White Power Ranger, then the Red Power Ranger, and then later the Black Power Ranger, was an MMA guy?
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
I mean,
he has
no,
a
I did
couple
not.
fights. Yeah.
I mean,
and
they're
so,
defenders, they just is.
Yeah, and so later, when he's a Black Power Ranger, which was in Dino Thunder in the early 2000s, he had done MMA and stuff, and he got a bunch of tattoos, but so they wouldn't let him wear any short sleeves. He always had to wear long sleeves so they wouldn't show his tattoos, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, he's still doing stuff with Power Rangers, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Seems like a cool guy, at least.
I'm really glad that I'm really glad, by the way, that I can just fast forward through all these animations. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Grant, speaking
There's
about like extreme tag, which is just what I just knew it as extreme tag. Which is never my favorite thing of just calling things extreme blank, but it is kind of just extreme tag.
Frisbee.
Yeah, ultimate frisbee, extreme biking, you know, stuff like that. Although downhill biking is just really intense on its own. But did you know that there is a variant of extreme tag, which is extreme one-on-one dodgeball?
Oh, Hunter!
Where, oh my god.
Amazing.
But yeah, so in extreme 1v1 dodgeball, it's exactly what you would expect, where it's just the two of them with their dodgeballs, where the idea is that the dodgeball has it's really cool. It has a chemical on it that will only respond. It will change the color of your opponent's shirt, essentially. So you can throw it, you can throw it, you can tag them with it, you can do all this stuff, but like it doesn't leave any ink on your hands, doesn't do anything like that. And I'm like, dude, that's freaking sick. But then there's also the stuff of like, okay, if someone my ball will be red and your ball will be blue. I am not allowed to yank it out of your hand, but if for any reason the blue ball ends up in my hands without me yanking it from you, you lose. So like there's videos, there's videos online, because it's like this, right? It's like tag, where it's like extreme tag, where there's all like the monkey bars everywhere and stuff. There's a video of like a dude who's like, he's like trying to do like all this vaulting stuff, and he does like this thing, and then he kind of slips, so he lets go of the ball to recover so that way he doesn't get hurt, but the ball immediately drops to the floor because they're like kind of heavy. And the other guy, and like there's like an anime moment of the other guy who was already running at him going, "That's mine," and he like dives for it, and I'm like, oh, it's like anime shit.
All right, I'm off for food right now, guys. Fun talking for a little bit.
Goodbye, Saba.
Okay, goodbye, Saba.
And then there were 2.
Hello, Grant.
Hello, Zach.
How are you doing, sir?
That sounds cool.
But yeah, there's that, and then there's the other one, which I'm sure you've heard of before. It has nothing to do with any of this, but it's chess boxing.
I have heard of that.
Because chess boxing, apparently chess boxing was originally based on an argument between like 2 just like friends, where one of them was like this kind of schlubby, like scholarly guy, and the other guy was like a fit whatever dude, but you know, whatever. And so they were arguing about like which one was better, and they straight up were just like, what if we did both? Where in between each round of boxing, you had to sit down and you played like a timed round of chess. And it was like, oh, that's interesting. My favorite part, because unfortunately there's a lot of problems that come with chess boxing, obviously, which is one of the reasons why it didn't do super hot in the public sphere. But one of the things that was, you know, I thought was quite interesting was they ended up like coming up with like pulley hoist systems, because the thing is that it's the same game of chess between like from round to round. Like either you lose by knockout or TKO, or you get get checkmated, right? Excuse me. But so because it's the same thing, it's like, okay, well, what if we did it with like magnets in the board? And it's like, sometimes that makes it really difficult to move the pieces, especially if you've been punching somebody with your fist. And so it's like, okay, well, we can't do that. And so they were like, all right, we're just gonna train the referees to pick up and get out of the way as quickly as possible, so we can keep the game moving without disturbing any of the pieces. And you then cut to videos of you know that thing where you do with like the tablecloth and all like the dining room stuff?
Yeah, the moving.
They basically, like, you just see a bunch of referees doing that, and they're like, shit. Because as soon as you do that, time out, we gotta reset. And it's like, oh my god. So I don't know if they ever ended up figuring that out. I remember I had the discussion with my friends saying like they should just have a switch that turns the magnet on and off. So you can turn it on while moving it, turn it off while they're using it.
Sure.
So, all right, cool. We finally made it through with almost 40 minutes left of stream. We have finally made it through the item thing, and now we're here.
Oh my god. Organization.
I mean, the thing, like, the reason why we had to go through like close to 2.5 hours of just item sorting and stuff was because this was after we did all the special episodes, so we had all the fucking garbage that we picked up along the way.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So in the meantime, because Lawrence isn't here and now Saba also isn't here, so we're definitely not moving on to Blizzard Isle now. So I think we're just gonna vibe out and do some just like general quests, general jobs.
General jobs.
We're looking for Mount Horn, by the way.
Nice. I'm having a real good time with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's really fun. Yeah,
I'm glad.
I'm like, and I had a bit of a surprised moment of because you know how you meet historical figures and whatnot, and that's like the appeal.
Yeah, well, that's
and
part
so
of it. Yeah,
I'm in like I'm in like the train station, and it's like, oh, this is a mission like right by you, and I'm like, okay, and I talk or like go over and I start the mission, and it's like a little cutscene of the 2 twins like walking through, and then a man with a big bushy white beard goes, oh, you guys are the Fry twins, like you've been helping out London, I really need your help. And they're like, well, you have us at a disadvantage. What's your name? Karl Marx. Oh.
I thought so. I was going. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was gonna be like, I bet you this is fucking Charles Darwin or something, right? Because he was like from Victorian
Charles
England.
Darwin is in this game.
Oh.
In fact, I'm playing the game right now, and I'm helping.
So hopefully Grant comes back in a moment.
Sorry, my
but it
computer
was.
froze.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Are you back?
back.
Okay. Because I just want to.
Yeah, like sometimes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say sometimes the game will freeze like my entire computer for like 5 seconds, and then I'll be back.
Oh, are you playing it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was just what I was gonna say was that it was really funny because the last thing that I heard before you like disconnected was you going, "Help!"
Help!
So I was like, "Oh, well, that doesn't sound good."
No, I'm helping Charles Darwin right now, so.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
But
that's
anyways,
really
it
good.
was like, oh, Karl Marx. I guess I gotta help him out. You also
excuse
meet
you, you
Charles
have to help
Dickens.
us out.
We have to help us, and it's really interesting because it's just like, man, do I want to help him out? And he goes, listen, we gotta unite the workers. Don't you agree that that's like a good thing to do, as like you're fighting like this really rich guy, essentially, like the main antagonist?
And I'm like, yeah,
has,
that
like,
sounds
power
really
and
good. And
reach.
it's like, okay, well then we should unite them and then combine all of our resources into one government system that's run
I was
by
like,
human
wait, what?
beings. And I'm like, wait,
Wait a minute. What was that, Mr. Karl Marx?
Mr. Marx. Oh, there's the outlaw.
Mr. Marx?
Oh, I've fallen into his trap. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Grant, what am I gonna do?
No. What's that? Thunderbolt.
I was afraid. 'cause
So yeah,
thought was
I
gonna lose
helped
it.
out Karl Marx, and you don't want to know what the final reward was for doing his stuff?
I want it to be like a potato.
It's a color for your cloak, and it's red.
Hey, that's pretty good, actually.
It's pretty funny. So I was like, okay, I get it.
That was easy.
Oh,
Well, I can't
Karl
leave
Marx.
now. Look at all this shit that's in here. There's gummies and treasure and like all this other stuff. It's so good. We gotta keep going. Do you guys like changing outfits in Assassin's Creed? So, speaking of Assassin's Creed, and I'll answer the question along the way as well. So, as Grant knows, actually, Grant, I don't think I'm going to return to Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because I finally got through the like batch of 7 missions that I told you about previously, the ones that just like fucking lock you into Nassau. I finally got through all that, and I then set sail, and I was overwhelmed with a feeling of like, I don't really want to do this.
Aw.
Yeah, so it's kind of bad. I don't know. Like maybe at some point, if we're just hanging out, I'll return to it just so that way I can be like, oh, dude.
You'll bust it open.
Yeah, a background pirating. I mean, that being said, I couldn't give less shit. I couldn't give less of a shit about the story. And like I was almost done upgrading my ship all the way. The only thing that I haven't done yet that's a little disappointing is I didn't finish the map. So, I don't know. I don't think there's a reward that you get for like getting all the treasure chests or anything like that, but like there was definitely a reward for doing all the assassins contracts and naval contracts, so I didn't get any of that. But anyway, so to Saba's question of do you like changing outfits in Assassin's Creed?
Fuck yeah.
It depends for me, obviously. It depends very heavily on like what outfit it actually is. Because I kept getting the same motherfucking prompt that was just like, hey, you should craft the feline hunter outfit, because I had killed 2 Black Panthers and 1 White Panther. And so I was like, and so at first I was like, dude, that looks hideous. Why would I ever change to this? And then I couldn't make the notification go away. So I was like, fine, I'll finally do it.
Oh no.
And guess what? I did it right before the fucking Nassau thing and forgot to change it, which meant for 7 things. He looked like a go-go dancer because he has like short shorts or at least like short,
Oh, yeah.
like leopard print, which is leopard, by the way, not panther, but it's leopard print. Short shorts with like his legs out, and then he has like a giant like leopard print shoulders, and then a leopard print on the back of his costume.
Let's go, Edward.
And I'm like, dude, come on.
Edward.
Saba says, I like the originals, they're great, and I feel guilty for changing it. I kind of agree. Like for the I think I says this to you while we were hanging out, Grant, but I wish that there was an outfit in Black Flag that was just like a generic-ish pirate outfit that didn't have the assassin's hood on it, because like that's like the rest of the design I really enjoy. Like I enjoy it when he doesn't have the hood up, but the second I walk into a bush or or like hide behind a corner, the hood goes up, and I'm like, I'm not a pirate anymore. I'm an assassin now.
I want to be pirate.
I want to be a pirate, though. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really glad that you're having a good time with Syndicate, because I was gonna mention it before, and I didn't, because I didn't want to like, I don't know, I didn't really want to like harsh your vibes, but like I watched like a lot of, you know, obviously like videos about like the Assassin's Creed series overall, and for the most part the community seems to think that Syndicate is
Syndicate sucks.
Well, not that Syndicate sucks. Like a lot of people said that it was okay, but they they claim to have identified it as the beginning of the end for like the Assassin's Creed that people loved. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't know. I didn't play it, but
I think it has like just enough RPG, and it's actually a lot like Far Cry in a sense.
Okay.
Because, you know, Ubisoft. But I don't know. I'm still
Speaking
having a
of
really
Far
good
Cry,
time.
we
I
should
think it
talk
has the
about
right
that
amount
too.
of Far Cry 6.
Yeah, we should talk about that after.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just the right amount of RPG.
I think it has just the right amount. Like there's crafting and there's leveling up, and I kind of like the leveling up system where it's,
Wait, is there crafting?
still,
crafting?
Yeah, Minecraft.
No, but I mean,
gather
like you get
materials.
base materials that build into proper materials.
Well, I mean that's already in Assassin's Creed, right?
Is it?
Isn't that in Black Flag?
In Black Flag, you get cargo, and the cargo, the cargo. You know what? I guess it kind of is. No, you know what? You're super right, because I was definitely thinking of crafting in the sense of like Fallout 4, where in Fallout 4 you like look at a toaster and break it down into screws, and then you use the screws to repair your power armor. Whereas like the cargo, I always just thought of it as like a reward. But then you're right, you do spend, like it feels more like a currency as opposed to a crafting material, I guess.
I mean, yeah, basically it is.
Which I guess all crafting is that, right? So, except for Minecraft, because Minecraft you actually physically do something with your resources, like you physically place it on your crafting table, so that's a little different. But,
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I like, because I was literally like, the reason I brought this up was that in Black Flag, there is like very light RPG elements in the sense that I can upgrade. Oop, shit! Did I say store or take? There we go. I can do stuff where it's like, you know, I buy, like, before I even left the first island, I made sure to do as many side quests as possible, so that way I could get the best sword and best gun I possibly could at the time. You know what I mean? And like that's the RPG shit that I enjoy, and I think that fits the series because that makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you have money in the world? But then stuff where it's like, I don't know, does Syndicate have like a strength stat of like you put points into becoming stronger?
So it has a perk system. It doesn't have like straight up like Fallout. I put 3 points of strength
into my charisma, and now I can have you suck my cock. But yeah.
No, it has a skill tree, and basically
that is
I kind of
definitely
like
RPG.
it where,
yeah.
Yeah, so it has skill tree where it's like combat, stealth, and ecosystem.
What the fuck does ecosystem mean?
Ecosystem is because you have a gang, like, right?
Yeah.
And so it also improves your eagle vision. It also improves how well you drive and how well you scavenge materials and how much damage you take.
Okay.
So each time you quote unquote level up, you don't actually level up. You get a skill point.
Okay.
And once you invest so many skill points into something, you then level up. And I kind of like that, not gonna lie.
Level up how? Like, what happens when you actually level up, though?
You're able to use better equipment, which I know you just said you're not a fan of.
I'm about to say, so, okay, so that's like, so they do lean in, because Syndicate was right after Black Flag, right?
No, then it was Unity. Or no, then it was Rogue or whatever. And then it was Unity.
Oh, okay. So there was definitely some time in between. And I mean, Unity had its own problems, obviously, but...
and it was Unreal. And then it was the same joke that we've made.
That we did before, yes.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Godot.
Yeah.
So, like, cause like, I know, like, the modern Assassin's Creed games are... like 100% just like super dense RPGs to the point where like you're walking around the environment and you're walking around the environment and you go to like look at something and it's like, oh, that's level 67 and I'm level 25. I probably shouldn't handle this yet.
Cool.
And I'm like,
yeah.
But that's weird because it's like, I don't know, like, cause like in like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is still my favorite of the Assassin's Creed series, even after playing Black Flag for the moment. The sailing is my favorite thing to do, but Brotherhood was just so good in general.
Sure.
The hell are you doing over there, Lawrence? Come back, Lawrence. You just kind of walked away for some reason. What the frick? You knew where we were.
He killed.
God, what the hell was I just saying?
For blood.
Oh yeah, sorry. So like in Brotherhood, the thing was that if I walked into a situation, I could tell just based on the collection of enemies whether or not it would be easy for me to handle, you know? And that was something that I really enjoyed because like there was a chance that if I played really well, I could like supersede where I was. You know, and that's happened several times, like in Black Flag, where like I took on a mana war way earlier than you were supposed to in the story, and then I got like a mana war, and I just had one in my employ, and I was like, dude, this is fucking sick. So yeah, I don't know. That's just one of the things that I would kind of miss, I guess. Dude, Lawrence is fucking killing it. He's doing so good. And look at all these fucking boxes. God, this is great. This is fantastic. But yeah.
Treasure.
So, I mean, I gotta ask, because once again, I know I said that I don't really give a shit about the Assassin's Creed story, but in Syndicate, is the story just, once again, like, Templars are doing shit?
Those dang Templars.
Really? They haven't figured something else out? Because even in the new ones, that's like still the same story.
It's kind of interesting because it actually, quote unquote, ties in closely, or it does a lot of nods to Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Where it's like the game development studio or whatever.
What?
Never mind. I'm gonna let you finish instead of interrupting you.
Oh no, I was talking about because in London you visit Edward Kenway's mansion or whatever, basically manor.
Spoilers! He's not that rich yet.
He's not rich. He's not cool yet. He doesn't deserve it.
Anyway, yeah.
You visit his mansion because Evie, one of the twins, is like, yeah, we should try to learn from previous assassins and blah 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 blah.
We should learn from this. We should learn from this assassin who wasn't an assassin, killed a guy, and then was like, "Yeah, I can be an assassin."
Yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, and he has like a secret underground assassin vault, which is kind of pretty fucking cool. And I'm sure you have to play a tune on the piano to like do it correctly, and I'm sure it was probably important in Black Flag.
I'm about to say, if I heard it, I could probably be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. And then, so yeah, but were you referring to like the other, like actual present time story?
Like, so what I was referring to was that, cause you said something along the lines of, they make reference to the story or whatever. Oh, he got away because he got to the stairs.
No.
I didn't realize that that's what would happen. Oh, you know what? Real quick, before I answer your question, I should probably respond to Saba. Saba says, Assassin's Creed doesn't have a Persia story and it makes me sad. You are correct. It's called Prince of Persia. Like, actually. Like, the death of Prince of Persia is what led to the birth of Assassin's Creed. Like, 100%. So, the game you're looking for, Saba, does exist. It just has a different name. And then Saba says, I have played and finished Brotherhood. Brotherhood is... Oh, I just realized I've been skipping... I've been skipping my objectives because I'm not paying attention. Luckily, we're not actually doing anything important, so it's totally fine. But, yeah, so, okay, so to answer Grant's thing... And Saba says, lol, hee hee, I know it inspired it. Yeah. Oh, Gloom's escort mission, thank God. I can get rid of this piece of garbage. Nah, let's keep going. Yeah, because you said that they made reference to like Black Flag, so I didn't know if there was like some overarching narrative that they were building on, which was because I remember when we were hanging out, I told you that Black Flag is like this weird. It's like this weird like meta narrative of like Abstergo becomes an entertainment company and they make movies and video games based on the memories that they pull from people's heads or pull from their DNA. To be
honest, I don't know what I don't know what this story is because I believe it's implying you, the player, are part of the story. As in, you're working to take down the bad guys by synchronizing the data, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I don't know, though.
So you said that you, if I remember correctly from when we hung out, you're not, like, familiar with any of the Assassin's Creed story, and then maybe have never played any of them? Yes, no? I don't remember exactly.
I played 3.
You played 3.
I played 3.
So actually, so 3, you might be kind of familiar with this then. So one of the things that was interesting, or not, well, it was kind of interesting in principle, but they kind of mucked up the execution a little bit. But the overarching narrative of Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, and 3 was
it was Desmond.
Well, it was Desmond Miles, right? But it wasn't just Desmond Miles. It was Desmond Miles had a greater role in the universe, right? It was like, ooh, Desmond Miles, who are you and what do you do? In Assassin's Creed 3, they reveal that the entire time you've been manipulated by a race of ancient super beings, which were in effect they were the Greek gods. So the one that you converse with at the end of Assassin's Creed 3 is Minerva. No, not Minerva. Fucking shit. Begins with an A. Athena.
Athena.
Yeah. So you talk to Athena, and and the thing is that it's fucking baffling because she's talking to Desmond. But for the first time in the entire game, the camera goes first person, and she starts addressing you, the player, directly. And for the first time, you get like dialogue options based on the buttons that you press. So like,
oh my god.
So the narrative goes like super, super, super meta.
That's interesting.
People didn't like 3, right? Correct. 3 was the Revolutionary War, and that game had issues, pretty glaring issues that they definitely could have fixed if they had prepared for issues. But that being said, that was also the first game that introduced the tree running system, the one where they just make trees that have like splits in them so you can run across them, and that was a great idea. So I'm really glad that exists. But yeah, so that's what I mean, Grant, when I say like the Assassin's Creed narratives will get really freaking meta.
Yeah.
And so like the whole like
definitely seems that way.
Like the whole thing, like the whole Destiny in 2012, because remember Assassin's Creed 3 came out in 2012, and so like there was this whole thing where Athena was like, yeah, the world's gonna end in 2012, and the reason why the reason why you've been going through all this stuff and going through history is so that way I can help the one who is controlling you save the world. And it's like, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I said, real meta, and it's still neat. I like it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice. Lawrence leveled up. Lawrence, who just so happened to be exactly what Grant was in my other Mystery Dungeon playthrough.
Neat.
But yeah.
So that's interesting, because, yeah, I mean, you said it, but I wasn't too familiar with Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting direction, I would say. But it's cool.
It's neat. It was a singular event that made me go, because I hated all of the regular modern day stuff in all 3 Assassin's Creed games. Like every time one of those missions happened, I was like, please just kill me. You know, like just shoot me in the head so I can go back to being a cool assassin in the past. And it's just like, that was the one moment where I was like, oh, you know what? Kind of worth it. I liked it. That was great. And then they immediately like fucked it up. But that's fine. Like I said, in Black Flag, my least favorite missions are the ones where they pull me out of the Animus and I have to walk around this fucking stupid ass office building. Like, you know,
that office building sucks.
Yeah, because you played it. So, Saba, this is an archetype that we can talk about, and I swear to God, if I ever, hopefully we'll be friends for a long time, but if we ever, disconnect and I rediscover your work later on and it turns out you've, written stuff, I swear to fucking God, if you do this character archetype, I am going to find you and have a very stern talk with you.
Let me know.
The character archetype is tech guy who is really prideful, thinks he's the best out of everything, and is incredibly rude. You know exactly who I'm talking about from Black Flag. I fucking hate that guy. He's so annoying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There's parts this is for Grant. There are parts in the story where you're walking around the office building and the guy will call you over your earpiece and he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna lock all the doors so you can't get to your office. You're gonna go this way instead and plug in your flash drive so we can hack into this computer. And it's like, okay, fine, it's video game shit, so you do it and then whatever. And then 2 missions later, you get pulled out of the Animus again by the same guy and he's like, all right, I need to go do this thing. And you go, and I apparently got special dialogue, I guess, where I went into this security room and then walked out because I was like, fuck it, I don't want to hack this, why would I? And the guy closes the door, locks it, and he's like, you can't leave. I have you on camera hacking that other computer. We didn't even need to hack that. I did it so I would have proof and could blackmail you. You're mine, bitch. And I'm like, great. I love this. I'm glad that I'm doing this in a video game, you know?
Yeah.
So I swear to fucking God, Saba, if
I
you
don't
ever
think I
do
would
that,
do that.
if you ever do that, I'm coming for you.
Speaking of whatchamacallit, of it's not an archetype, but there are 2 things in stories that I read that I'm starting to hate fervently, or whatever. I hate a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
Fervently.
You were right the first time.
One is the idea of a character withholding information from another character because they're oh, it'll protect you.
I hate that. It's so annoying.
Yes.
Let me know. Don't decide for me. How freaking dare you?
Yes, absolutely.
So there was that, and then
we are all in agreement. Congratulations, we did it.
Yes. So that's just gotten really tiring for me. I feel I've seen that too much, and it's just very freaking annoying.
Grant knows this. I've gone on tirades on how much I love the modern take on the just talk scene, where 2 characters just go listen, let's just talk about this, because you can still have conflict, because that was the thing. The reason why that became such a staple trope in fiction was because writers firmly believed that if you had characters that just talked to each other, they wouldn't
have problems.
Yeah, they wouldn't have problems. If people just talk to each other, they wouldn't have problems. And it's obviously that's not true. You still have outside issues. It just becomes less frustrating.
Yeah, so there was that, and I don't think I can remember the second one. I don't like it. What's popping in my head is like a love triangle, but I don't think I hate love triangles, but like it can get kind of cliched. I don't know if I'm remembering my second one correctly, but I know my first one still very much hate it. Very annoying.
Understandable.
Yeah, but great you were trying to say something.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
See you later.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
It's all good.
We will be okay in the end.
Will we?
We will have.
What if it
Oh
was?
gosh,
We will.
Zach, I poisoned your water.
Oh frick! Oh look, all the recycling I did got us a new location.
Zach, I'm still seeing occasionally on my Instagram things about shifting.
Fuck.
I hate, like, do people not understand what like daydreaming is? Like,
No, but it's
people not get
different.
it?
You physically
These
go
gosh
into that
dang
realm.
Gen Z.
Shut
do
up, Gen
people
Z.
not understand what dreaming is?
No, but dreaming
What?
is different. And
Who?
also, you can't get mad at. Also, you can't get mad at this and then also watch Dr. K videos.
Who the fuck is Dr. K?
Dr. K is like a. He's like a Harvard psychologist guy. And he does like, admittedly, a lot of really interesting videos where he talks about like different mental isms and like general advice on
Like
stuff.
He goes onto like Twitch and he's like Twitch streamers like.
So that's
probably,
why.
like,
So that's what I was gonna
meatballs
say. That's why he's been gaining a lot of clout recently because he will offer like essentially free 2-hour-long sessions to big streamers, and it becomes like huge publicity, right? And the thing is that a lot of the stuff that he says is very good. It's very good informational stuff. But I have two problems with the guy. One of them is very personal, and the other one is just like a logical ism that I can't get over, which I guess is also personal, but other people have agreed with me. So the logical ism part is that he never gives like solutions or like methods on how to deal with stuff. He always just illustrates the problem and then the video ends. So like, for example, he did a video where he talked about how stress is literally killing people. Like just the day over day stress that we experience in modern life because of bills and taxes and like all this other stuff, like all these outside stressors, they spike your cortisol like literally all day, every day, where you're only supposed to have your cortisol spike when you're starving or attacked. And so he goes on, and it's like a 20-minute long video describing like how it's killing you, and then the video ends. And I'm like, fantastic.
Oh.
I'm actually more stressed now.
It's killing you.
Well, some of them I do
Anyways,
think he gives
like and
solutions,
subscribe.
but it's not like outright like go do this and you'll be better.
No, but I mean that's not what I'm saying. Like I watched a lot of his videos, a very much lot of his videos, and I think the most.
Zach is on his OnlyFans.
I am on his OnlyFans. The most like helpful thing he ever like recommended, I guess, was it was for overthinking. Because obviously, Saba, you sent me that video. And in that video, I don't remember exactly what it was that he suggested, but he was like, it basically boiled down to when you start overthinking, just think about something else. Which seemed kind of condescending, despite the fact that I know that that's literally how you stop overthinking about things. But like, it was weird. But anyway, the other thing that I don't like about Dr. K, and this is purely personal, is that he is a... Is he Buddhist?
Harlot.
No, he's not Buddhist. What is he? What's his religion?
He talks about like I don't know.
So
He
he's
does talk about, like,
he's a
Buddha.
yogi spiritualist. He believes in like reincarnation and like the spiritual factors of the mind and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff that he does do, like it's not like I'm not saying that meditation can't help you, but he does like prescribe quote unquote meditation a lot to people. And I don't like it because it's like and once again, this is what I mean when I say like it like this is a personal issue that I have, because whenever I would watch a video and he starts dipping into like the mystical magical nonsense, which obviously I perceive as nonsense, other people might not. Wait, what? What? I have to take a certain
I would say, Grant, you
Pokemon?
should check out like because Dr. K talks to like a bunch of Twitch streamers, and like it's actually quite interesting, I think, to like.
I definitely
kind of
won't
see the
disagree. It's
dichotomy.
definitely interesting.
What
Yeah.
if I get depressed?
I don't know what to say about that, but the other thing is it's just interesting. You can be interested and entertained, I guess.
But what if I
What?
I don't know.
But what if I do
What
something else?
Saba? What?
What?
What? Explain that to me.
But yeah, so
What?
Dr. K is really interesting. I like the content that he produces on a like purely like he does like he makes good content, and he clearly is very educated in his field. So I have tremendous respect.
He's a doctor. I should hope so.
Well, I don't know if he's a doctor. Does he? I don't
Well,
think
he
he
can't actually. The thing is, he can't actually call his sessions therapy.
Yeah.
Because of like.
Does he not have a
apparently
master's then?
No, he does, but like on Twitch for like the thing because of I don't know ethical reasons or something.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he
probably.
legitimately can't. Like this is
Well,
not
it's because
like,
he's
an
doing it.
actual
Well, it's
therapy.
because he's doing it in front of an audience.
It's because he's not real and a figment of our imagination.
Because
Also
Lawrence
true.
isn't here. There's no point in making this joke.
But what if Lawrence
I
is
was just
watching
making
the
a
stream? Which, by the way, have you guys
Lawrence, are you
been
sure you're
keeping
real
the?
then?
Oh, I see
Have
that. Who is here? Is there anybody here watching?
Everyone is here.
Bitch. Maybe when I went downstairs.
Saba's
I
not
thought we
here.
did it for a while.
Saba's not
Saba.
here. Adrian's not here. So much for my experiment.
Bye.
So, Grant, to fill you in on
Did
what
you
my
just
experience.
say Sabah?
Sabah.
What kind of heathen are you?
I don't know.
We're almost done with
I'm
the
just
stream.
here for a time.
We're almost done with the stream, Grant. Don't
Same.
worry.
I didn't. Not a good or a bad, just a time.
Just a time. So, Grant, in order to fill you in on the experiment I wanted to conduct today, was
Yes.
so pretty much I've pretty much identified that it perfectly coincides with the loss of Mikey in our chat, but essentially since Mikey left,
happened
the
to Mikey?
analytics have gone down. Like, so prior, so like before he left, we were getting on average 15 to 25 viewers in the stream, like over
Yeah.
each stream. And since he's left, we haven't been breaking 10. And so,
Wow.
I was thinking, like, obviously having somebody in chat communicating helps a lot because it like brings other people and convinces them to like start actually being participatory. But then I also wonder if it's because since literally no one else is watching the stream and we just have a 0, if like we just straight up don't appear on Twitch when you're browsing. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I wanted to conduct an experiment, which I guess we got like a good 3 hours of the experiment going. What if it Let's Go Together? Why isn't he attack? Well, I guess it's because he doesn't need to. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to conduct the experiment of having Saba, Adrian, and myself having the stream open in the background, so that way there was at least 3 people watching at all times, and just seeing whether or not, and we were going to be doing this experiment over the course of like the next week or 2, and just seeing if the analytics just increase on its own.
And
Because what?
and nothing or what?
Find
Well,
it.
we don't know. This is the first time we've done it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like had been doing it.
No. This is the first time we've done it, and that's why I was just saying, am I gonna... Oh, it just protects itself from like physical harm. Anyway,
What happened to Mikey?
I don't know.
He left us.
Well, because he left
Dang.
during the period between the main mystery dungeon game and Postgame. He just like left. I think he showed up for like the first game that we played and then just never showed up again. So I don't know. He probably got bored because he was like, "This isn't why I'm here." Although to be fair, I don't really understand why he was here in the first place. I guess because we like kind of communicated with him, but we also kind of didn't.
Who knows?
Who knows? It was nice to have him here while he was here. Ow, Chikorita,
Yeah.
what the frick? Chikorita, stop! Chikorita! Ow! Son of a bitch.
Rude.
I was to say, what a rude asshole. But yeah, all right. So with like 7-ish minutes left in stream, Grant, banter topic. Because Saba has burned herself out with so many pretty good banter topics. I would give Saba's average score like an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good.
I knew it.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. I just wish that I was able to more accurately predict when Saba was going to be actively participating in stream, so that way I can mentally prepare beforehand. I got. Ooh, Shadow Ball! Prepare. Can someone learn Shadow Ball?
Probably not.
But I want it though.
But I want
Dawn can learn. Saba, guess what?
Oh, that's right.
What do you
can
mean?
Learn Shadow Ball.
What do you mean I can just learn Shadow Ball?
You can learn Shadow Ball. So goodbye. So goodbye, Saba. Bite, I guess.
Hopefully this doesn't accidentally
Shadow
turn me
Saba.
into
no,
like.
actually, wide slash
I got
is not
so many
great,
into
right?
like an Umbreon or whatever.
Oh my god, never mind. Look at that. That's so good. What about Bite? What does Bite do?
Shadow Saba.
Oh, goodbye,
What
Bite.
if you had an evil version? Wait, isn't that a banter topic?
Yeah, well,
Didn't
so,
you put, like,
yeah,
evil
because
clone or
I had a
something?
banter topic in there about an evil clone, but it was like a specific scenario in reference to a Samurai Jack episode, and I forgot the context. So like, hopefully I'll remember. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Hopefully I'll remember, and I'll be able to like come back to that topic. But as of right now, I don't.
Well, in that case, the age-old question: would you fuck a clone of yourself?
I don't think so.
I actually have a very legit answer to this, funny enough, and it's not even like a funny ha Zach Horny joke. I've said it before, but like the type of person I am the most attracted to is the furthest from myself. So like the furthest you are from like a gregarious, anxiety-ridden, chubby white guy, the better. Hence why I liked Malia so much. And so it's like, no, I don't think I would fuck a clone of myself because I think I would literally find myself the least attractive person possible.
I was about to say the same thing of like, no, I don't think I'd find I don't think I could.
I'm already myself. I don't need to deal with more of me, basically.
What would you do if you had a clone of yourself? What would you like
That
do
would
together?
Be incredibly
Do together?
awkward.
Yeah, what would you do together?
Did you watch Invincible yet?
Food? Food
No.
is probably a decent answer.
What,
Like
you're
you
gonna
make
eat your
food?
clone?
No, like go out, eat our favorite foods because I know they
Jesus
can
Christ,
appreciate things
Saba.
as much as me. Or actually, since I am like the type of like person to be like, oh, I feel like it's weird to say. Like I feel like I feel things deeper than like most people, or it's just I feel things in a different way to a certain degree than most people. I guess if I'm myself, I guess I can understand those emotions.
Like give a therapy session to yourself?
No, not even therapy. It's like just discussing
have a
things
nice
that I
talk.
like, and like us
Yeah.
like both understanding how we feel about it, and like us, I guess, fangirling over it.
That sounds nice.
That'd be really great. And I'm going to say something very similar. The reason why I asked if you had seen Invincible is because I was basically going to reference like one of the villains from Invincible, because it's literally just this like super tough, super strong like alien dude where apparently like decades and decades ago he decided to clone himself because he couldn't trust anybody to like help him on missions. I think I just skipped the mission that I was supposed to do by just leaving. Oops, my bad. But And the thing is that it's actually really interesting because when he has like he does like him and his clones straight up do the thing where they like finish each other's sentences, because obviously each of them know exactly what the other one is doing. But then they talk about it as well where apparently this is only in the comics, but it's still an interesting notion of oh, he exploded. Oh, that guy's also going to explode. This is going to be very bad. I might die. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's a coughing.
He wants to join.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Anyway, sorry. They talk about it in the comics where it's like we have to make like the pair apparently has to constantly make sure that they are experiencing everything together at the same time, because if they don't, like if they ever get separated, their personalities are gonna start to split, and it's gonna, like, the whole cloning process is going to be like completely superfluous, because like you will just be two different people instead of just the same person twice. And so that's the part that I was gonna say, where it's like, I think if I had my own clone, it'd be really nice because I would know exactly what I was thinking, but we would have to make sure that we were always together at the same time, doing exactly the same thing. Because we experience the same thing in the same way, for the most part, as closely as we possibly could. But then if we ever got, like, separated, like if I get a job and then he didn't, our personalities would start to diverge.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's necessarily as detrimental as they claim in the TV show, but it could be. Oh my god, I have no fucking...
I don't think I could handle myself being around that long.
What do you mean that long? You mean for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Or like...
I thought this was like a day experience.
No, I was also thinking...
showed up for a day.
I was thinking of the same thing of it being...
Yeah,
I was thinking of it being the same thing for like the rest of your natural lives, but for a day would be kind of silly.
Yeah, for the rest of my life, that's like a giant...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and this is definitely something that 12 p.m. midnight, or 12 a.m. I guess midnight Zach would say. But like, if it was just for a day, I would definitely suck my own dick just so that way I know.
That's what's up.
I would do that, and I would take note, and I'd be like, okay, I can definitely make improvements here, and here for future individuals.
For future reference, you're taking notes.
Yeah, just so that way I can help other people, just in case they ever have to encounter this situation.
Encounter you?
Yeah.
Funny.
Clones are something.
Clones are weird.
Clones are weird.
So, remember how Lawrence brought up the topic of, like, do you have mental passwords that you keep to yourself? So that way you can, like, identify your future self if it ever happens?
I mean, yeah.
Right, and I told him that, and I revealed that I have 3 passwords, like, for different situations. There's that... Oh, hey, look, it's another Saba.
No!
One dead.
I have a similar question, which revolves around the classic, like, who do I shoot clone scenario.
Oh, what would be the question?
Yeah, because like that's the thing, right? Is that they always ask like, and I guess this is literally like us ruining it for ourselves, but like they always ask the thing of like ask me something only I would know, and it's like, okay, what would that be for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Shit.
Because I'm trying to think of like,
are they a clone or are they just like impersonating us? Like it's just someone who looks exactly like us.
So for this to work, it has to be someone who is impersonating you, like someone that looks like you in every way, but they are not.
Okay.
Like essentially, the other individual in this situation is like the physical embodiment of how other people perceive you.
Oh.
Right.
I know.
So it's what everybody else would think.
Oh wait, no shit. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a bit confusing for me to even follow
along. That's a really good
with.
question.
What do you mean follow along with?
No, just continue. I'm gonna catch on.
Which one do I shoot?
Which one do I shoot? So the one that I was thinking of. Well, it's not even the same situation. And I think what? Sorry.
Saba said just shoot both of them.
Just shoot both of us, please. Well, that's the real Saba. The other Saba, real Saba would never pass up the chance to commit suicide.
Oh my god.
But vestigial suicide, I guess, or vicarious suicide rather. We'll finish this topic real quick and then we'll wrap up stream. I know I talked about this before, but there was like an interesting notion that came from Dungeon Meshi back when I was still reading that, where this wasn't a character that did it, but this was my idea of like what a character would do. Where in Dungeon Meshi there are creatures that they're mimics, right? Kinda, or they're not mimics. I think they're called like no, they're not called changeling either. Anyway, they are beings that will replicate a person's perception of another person flawlessly, right? So the way that this, and I highly recommend Dungeon Meshi, by the way, if anybody has spare time to read something. The way that, so like for example, in Dungeon Meshi, there's a part where the main group of 4 people, they encounter a group of these guys, and it's 16 of them. So it's, or not 16, it's 3 times 4, so 12. So there's 12 of them. And the thing is that there are clearly some that are way too obvious as like, okay, that's not the real one. Like there's like one of the characters is like a tiny dwarf, and then another one is like a tall human. So one of the clones is like a super tall version of the guy because that's his perception, right? You get it? So anyway, fast forward to the end of that chapter, and they basically narrowed it all down to like 8 people total. So there was like 1 copy of each that they had to discern, and they basically make the right guess each time. They basically win a 50-50 4 times. Because if they failed, because the idea is that if you fail and one of these like clones is in your party while you're sleeping, they suck out your brain. So they just kill you. Yeah. Ooh. So we know that they passed like all 4 50-50s because they live. You know what I mean? But anyway, so the way I was thinking of it, and this is not the same thing, but this is kind of the same, of like the clones are based on your perception of other people, right? So if I was in the adventuring party in the Dungeon Meshi universe, for each individual member, I would say that I have a different favorite color. Like I would tell Saba that my favorite color is red, I would tell Grant that it's blue, and I would tell Lawrence that it's green. And so later, if we encounter this situation, it's like, super easy. Go to the clones, what is my favorite color? And one of them would say blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, all right, all 3 of those are wrong. And you could tell that they're wrong because you guys identified them exactly. And I thought I was so clever. And then I told this to Adrian, and Adrian was like, well, what if they just forget your favorite color? And I was like, oh, shoot.
There you go, Adrian catching the loophole.
But then in that case, like in that logic, if the clone of me doesn't remember what my favorite color is, wouldn't that also be bad because I know what my favorite color is?
I mean,
like if you walk up to me, there's 2 Zachs, right? There's 2 Zachs.
right.
You walk up to both of us and you ask, what's your favorite color? One of them says gold or whatever, and the other one says, I don't know. Isn't that a little incriminating?
Yeah.
That's pretty incriminating, right?
Unless they says, I don't know, I'm choosing in between gold and then you're the other color.
But how would he know?
I don't know. Like, I choose a lot of different ones. Like, I'm really into red right now, but and then I just shoot the other one.
Oh, frick. Oh, no. That would actually be really fucked because you would have to... Because, like, imagine if, like, once again, there's 2 of me, and you walk up, and then I, the real one, say gold. And then the other one just says...
And the other one would just say gold.
The other one would just say gold because he just copies me. And I'm like, oh, shit, I ruined it again. But then it's like, okay, I'm going to say nothing. And then we both seem suspicious. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Shoot them both.
I'm like, no.
For the most part, we're all screwed. So that's what it is.
Anywho, this was great. We didn't get to do any Blizzard Isle, but I guess that's kind of serendipitous since Lawrence wasn't here. So tomorrow we will be doing Owlboy. I highly suspect that we will be able to finish the game tomorrow. And not only finish, but we'll also get all the Bogwin coin and like secrets in the game. I'll guide you through getting all that, Saba. And so we should be all square. Which then means that next week, Friday and Saturday, we'll be going back to we're going to be mainlining the post-game story, just getting as far as we can, hopefully finishing it on Saturday. I think that'd be really nice, because then Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we are starting... Sunday. we are
favorite.
starting Okami.
Saba's game.
So that'll be fun.
I mean, Grant, come on. Out of like all of us, me actually having a game that you guys have not played, dude, it's like mind-boggling.
I mean, true. just thinking of like all the games that I have played, it is kind of weird that I haven't played Okami. But real quick, just before we leave, I wanted to send something in chat. Boop. And I just wanted this to showcase exactly what we're getting into on Sunday. And I hope Saba understands that this is definitely going to kill the channel, but it's worth it.
It's okay.
How long to beat Okami, and the main story alone without getting all the extras, which I might be compelled to do, is fucking 33 hours. That is at least 6 streams. That is a month and a half of Sunday streams dedicated to
don't
Okami.
Forget. No, but don't forget, Zach, actually, I'll be missing out on like a couple next in these like few months, maybe like next month and a month. So maybe you can do like other stuff in between that, Zach.
You want us to do fucking one-offs?
Yeah.
Look at the video ideas list, Saba. Tell me which games on here you think that Lawrence and I can do, and maybe Grant, but Grant's not really participating, I guess. What do you think Lawrence and I can do?
I don't know, or maybe you could just take Sundays off and maybe we could do it some. I don't know, but it's like it won't be. Yeah. I don't know, but I'll be happy regardless when I'm here and you playing it.
No, I'm just looking at like stuff for Lawrence. Like I could have Lawrence play Kunai. That game's like 3 hours long. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have to go over that again at some point, Saba. Just having you remind me of like the specific days that you're gonna be gone, so that way I can plan ahead for it. Just so that way we can have something ready for stream. But yeah, anyway, we're all good. Good night, everybody.
We're all good. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, stream.